Okay, we are now live. Hi!
Hello, Twitch!
Welcome! Today is the first ever podcast-like stream I do. So, I've got special guests. I've got very, very special guests because I couldn't decide on one, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna invite them both on.
It's because we're so cool.
Yes.
That is true.
Yeah, it's
very
very
a
true.
known fact.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
If you were to take a thermometer and put it up to your phone or monitor, you'd see the temperature go way down.
And amazing, isn't it?
Wonko, hey, it's good to see you. First of the Satsunami moral support campaign. Hey, or contingent.
Hello, Uncle.
Excellent. Welcome in. I'm just tweaking the last of my settings, but feel free to introduce yourselves to your excited crowd.
Oh, Uncle knows. No, you can go first, Joker. So.
Me? Oh, okay. My name's Snail. You can also call me Joker. I'm half snail, half human VTuber, and I made Shadow.
Yes, well, sort of.
I made you.
My model, yeah. Mom?
Son?
Yeah, do you want me to leave the call? I feel like I'm interrupting.
Yeah, you've just entered an episode of Maury, where it's, you are the mother.
I was going to say that. You are the VTuber creator.
Yeah.
It's like that paternity test show, but with VTubers.
Yeah. You know, that would make a really fun stream. Like, you just set up a bunch of different VTubers and you all just pretend to have children or you know, relations and stuff. That'd be funny. I'd watch that.
Mom, Dad, and VTuber.
Yes. Satsu, introduce yourself.
Yes, sorry. I felt like I was spoiling an important moment.
No. You are the important moment.
Oh, you. So, yeah, I'm Satsunami42, also known as Satsu, that weird red panda that you see popping up on Twitter every so often. Believe me, it happens more than you think. And, yeah, happy to be here, honestly. Like, really glad.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's almost like...
good result.
Oh, wow, and Sans rated as well. Thank you, Sans. Sans. And also thank you, Wonko, for following. I appreciate it. Sans raid.
Welcome, Sage.
It's all, you know, it's like the reverse of Chatsunami, except I'm on it.
Yeah, can I just apologize? Yeah, for that. Because I don't know.
Wait, what?
So every time, like, Shadow and I did like 2 episodes of Chatsunami, the podcast, and every time I keep saying to Shadow, "Oh, you should come back on, and you should come back on." And it's not like I don't want him on. It's like my timing is absolutely terrible. So I'm like, yeah, record next week. We can record next week. So every time I hop into Shadow's stream, I'm like, oh, you should come back on. And I'm like, I am so sorry. Please forgive me.
I was tired of waiting, so I did it myself.
Yeah. Look at me. I am the podcast. Oh,
Shadow.
Yes?
I'm not gonna say anything about hanging out and finding schedules.
Oh no. I'm so sorry. No, honestly, like, in the same way that you say that about Chatsunami with me, Satsu, I'm that way with, like, Joker and this one anime that we and Groovy watch together. I want to. Just message me and just be like, hey.
No, I'm bad with messaging too. I'm available from now until I get a job.
Okay. Well, then we're gonna do it.
We're gonna do what?
What? What are we doing?
What?
What's happening?
Oh, look, there's chat. Hi, chat.
Hi, chat. Hello, Pixel and
Hi,
Emerald and Groovy and Sans. For one thing, Sans, how was Wonderful 101? I loved Wonderful 101. Have you guys played it?
No, I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those games that like it kind of it kind of got screwed over by its circumstances multiple times, but I love it. And I appreciate you,
I don't
Wonka.
play enough games.
Yes, play more games. Yeah, I'm gonna.
I played Hyrule Warriors pretty much non-stop since I did it on stream. I'm in like level 30 something. I started playing 2 days ago.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus.
I've been really focused on Xenoblade 3, so I can't blame you.
I actually can't remember the last game I've played that I've not like had to do for like a chat tsunami. Because do you guys ever feel that way whenever you're playing a game and you think this would make great content for like streaming?
Yeah.
And it's
man.
like, should I play
story
more?
mode at all? Because I want to do it on stream.
Yeah, I feel bad that I'm not streaming Xenoblade 3 because I know a lot of people are like, "Oh, I know you love Xenoblade. You should really stream it." It's like, but I'm selfish and I want to enjoy it on my own.
Yeah.
But
That is the worst thing though, isn't it? It's like if you've got a game you're really enjoying and then you're streaming it and it's like, well, I can't play any further. I have to play it on stream.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, come on. Oh.
oh yeah,
No.
the struggle. And Sans absolutely Wonder Pink looks like Snail. Full stop.
Didn't you look a bit like a bitch?
No. I don't know what you're
Yeah,
talking
like-
about. Oh, is the volume low? I'm sorry.
Milo? I'm always yelling. I'm trying not to yell.
Here, let me turn up the volume on everything a little bit.
Oh.
Okay, hi. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Okay. Yeah.
If not, I'll just yell more. Hi!
Do they still have the pronounced British regional? Yes, they do. They, it feels like every
Did they dial
game.
it up or down? Did they dial it up or down? Like more British, less British?
Well, so each game has a different region. Like one was very just British. Two, or well, yeah, X is its own thing, but two was very like Irish. And now I think this is more Welsh. It's interesting.
don't know.
Sans, you do know British people are normal people, right?
Oh, yeah. I think Xenoblade 2 is the only Xenoblade I've actually played. And I have to admit, you know how when you've got a game that has, like, you know, the original's the Japanese dub, and then it's like you go into the English dub and you're like, you're playing through it, and usually it's like very Americanized, and it's like, all right, okay, you know, fair enough. But see, as soon as I heard those accents, I was like, what the Great British Isles is going on here? You know, and I'm pretty sure one of the characters is Welsh in Xenoblade 2, and I was like, what the? I felt as if I'd stuck on an episode of Doctor Who. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Many regional accents. Yeah.
Yeah, so the first game has a reason that it's all British because Nintendo didn't think it would succeed in America, so they begrudgingly brought it to the US using the European dub. So like that's why they had all these British voice actors and things, because they were just like, let's just bring that version over. But then it kind of just became the identity of Xenoblade. And so they
Yeah.
Groovy. I'm so glad you're here. But yes, I mean, there was no planned official start to this stream, but I did have things that I've written down, some questions for you to answer, because
I'm bad with questions. Let's go.
well, I also had.
Ready. Speedrun. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. I also had my Discord server submit a bunch of questions, so that way there's more to talk about. So hopefully not only will you have fun with my questions, but there are some interesting ones that we've got planned here.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll just start off with the simple, like, so, what is your favorite stream that you've done, both of you? Or I guess, you know, podcast.
That is a good question. What is my favorite?
Yeah. Because I can.
Honestly, I think it was when I was playing Subnautica, the episode where S's big tits died. No, serious. It was such a heartwarming stream, and I had so much fun and met so many new people that day.
No, I'm sure it's just the idea of the SS Big Tit stuff.
She was a glorious boat. Okay?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm
It was
sure.
a ship
I
of
also
dreams.
love when we were oh, sorry.
Oh no, sorry.
When Shadow and I, when we were playing Tower Unite, I always loved that one.
Oh yes, that was a great one.
With the pyramid.
Oh man.
Hi, Waking.
I think for me,
Waking. Sorry, go on, Satsu.
yeah, I think for me, and this is going to be a toss-up between like, so I can't remember why it was. I think it was when like I reached some milestone and I decided to play Sonic 06 for 6 hours.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was like the game's terrible, but like, oh my god, it was such a fun stream. But it's a toss up between that and another milestone stream I did when I did Outlast.
Oh.
And I don't know if any of you guys have seen me like play horror games, but I have this really weird like defense mechanism where if I get really scared, I start talking a lot. So like I was running around going like, "Ooh, a battery! Ooh, what's this? What's this?" I'm like, "Okay, I'm going through an asylum. Nothing bad gonna happen to me." And there was like a particular moment where I was teasing. You know how in horror games you always get the big beefy guy that chases you around, and I was like hiding behind a door and I was doing the thing where I was like wiggling from side to side, going, "Ha, you can't catch me!" And he turned round and he just charged at me.
Oh
And,
yeah. Classic.
There was a lot of profanity in that scene, not that stream, not family friendly at all. I was, I was scared, but it was just so. It's one of those things, you know, when you play a game or do something and you're like, "Oh, that was terrifying at the time, but God, it's amazing to laugh at in the
Yes.
future."
Oh yeah. I
So good.
Pixel said it earlier. I will be answering the questions as well, but yeah, my favorite I think has to be my 200 follower celebration because I streamed this old Genesis game from my childhood, Crystal's Ponytail, and the way I handled it was like because the game lets you customize the horse you play as, and so I had my chat vote on all the colors for the mane, the body, and the tail. I remember it being pure chaos. Just everyone was so invested in making the horse certain colors, and it was ridiculous.
Yeah. Arguing about whether it should be yellow or pink.
Yes, yeah. Oh man, it was so funny.
But that one.
Oh, that was
I'm still salty.
yeah. But the people spoke. So
My favorite shadow stream was the sword and sorcery one where you stab the woman between her legs with a sword.
oh yes, actually with a mace.
Maze, yes.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's real good.
So I just got a new computer, and I swear one of the first things I want to do is see how well Blade and Sorcery runs on it. For science reasons, of course.
Yes. for the scientific journey, Shadow.
Yes, yeah. Well, I guess since we're kind of on the topic, like, what are your favorite streams of everyone else? Because for me, Satsu, for me, one of my favorite streams of yours was, well, honestly, it's split, because I really liked watching you play Sonic Adventure.
Thank you.
Yeah. But, it's... I also remember one of the first Red Dead streams that I actually started showing up for, you know? That was very memorable for me, too. Oh, Dino Nuggy! Thank you for following.
Thank you for following Shadow.
And Joker, for me, gosh, I remember having fun in the Kahoot stream.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one was a lot of fun because I basically didn't know you, so I was guessing, and I did okay for the first half.
Nobody knew me. I was a mystery woman.
Yeah. And Emerald, yes, you can submit a few final questions in my Discord in the Q&A section. Also, Joker, the compilation that I did for you for your birthday,
Yeah.
one of the clips that I really wanted to include was the ASMR stream where it was like, why would you make bread out of your mother? Because I was really proud of that joke. I was really like, yes, because you can't eat it raw. Monty Python joke, let's go. And
Doesn't really count as an ASMR stream. So.
yeah, maybe not, but it was still fun.
Yeah. It was pain.
Yeah, I've heard that game is, but I haven't played it myself. But I do own it.
Of course you own it. You're Shadow.
Yes, yeah. Any other streams of each other that you guys want to mention?
Honestly, I only really remember when you were on. Shit.
It's
I mean,
fine.
like, what?
Oh, sorry, Joker. On you go.
I have nothing of substance to say.
No. Well,
No. Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to say for you, Shadow, it's just I always remember you playing like Sonic 06 as well, but
oh,
I don't
yeah.
think you had as like positive an experience as I did with it. It's just like you know when you get like subtitles, it's just angry noises. It's like it's not even saying what they're saying. It's just like angry noises.
Yes.
It's like that. It's like, oh.
Yeah, the 06, it was an experience. I'll put it
Oh, yes.
mildly. I still have those streams saved on the hard drive, and I need to upload them, so that way I can clear space. But I'm lazy, I haven't gotten to it.
Thank you for saying that. Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
I need to go check my videos. Which ones did I upload? Continue.
Well, yeah, on the same, sort of subject, what's the least favorite stream that you guys have ever done? Because I could definitely name mine, but I'm curious what you guys consider to be your least favorite stream.
All of the Link to the Past.
Really?
Yeah, I really wanted to like it, but it was so painful, and sitting there pretending I enjoyed myself was really not it.
I'm having a heart attack. How could you not love Link to the Past?
I'm too zoomer. I didn't play it as a kid, and it was too difficult.
I mean,
and
I
I just
didn't-
sat there.
I didn't play it as a kid either. But
I
I
haven't
loved it.
played it at all, but I'm going to pretend to be shocked. Joker, how could you?
Yeah, I'm a degenerate.
Shame.
Was anything else? There is, but I don't know if I want to say it because it involves other people.
Okay, well, you don't have to if you don't want to.
No, let's
Yeah.
not go there.
Yeah. We're gonna keep this wholesome.
Sorry, Sans.
What about you, Satsu?
How many hours have I got? No, I'm wicked.
Put out a list.
No, I've actually got one or two. I have to say, like, I'm just trying to think. Like, do you know? Funny enough, see Red Dead Redemption. Like, a lot of people seem to have really enjoyed that stream, but like, see from my end, I felt as if like I rushed through it too much. You know, and like
yeah.
didn't like give enough time to explore and do the side missions and things, and I really worry that came across when I'm like, you know, having to teabag at the at the camp parties. Like, come on, speed up! I've got entertaining content to do. Like, I mean, the other one I remember ages ago, I did a Watch Dogs stream. That it was, I was really kind of down about that one because it was like not many people seemed like very interested and things like that, and like people kept leaving, and I was like, is it because like, you know, obviously it's because like they had stuff to do. But I was thinking, is it because I'm playing bad? Is it because they don't like the game, kind of thing? And yeah, no, that was that wasn't a great one. But what about you, Shadow? Like, is there any?
There are two that immediately popped to mind for me. One is kind of more just as a series, but my Luigi's Mansion 3 streams, I'm really embarrassed by, because I don't know if it's just that I was stupid or if the game wasn't great at communicating itself, but I struggled super hard on that game, and I feel like it might be one of those streams where someone would watch it and be like, "What are you doing? Just go, just just use the flashlight on this." And I don't know, I just didn't put the pieces together. So I'm kind of really embarrassed about Luigi's Mansion 3 because I didn't have a very positive experience, but I get the feeling that I'm an outlier in that sense. So there's that, and then the other stream. This was very, very long ago, but I had someone who gifted me a game to play on stream. It was called Dark Deception of Monsters and Men, and it's basically like a horror-themed Pac-Man. And honestly, it was kind of a fun game, but nobody showed up to that stream. No one was interested, and I got one clip because it was just a really funny contextual thing. But for the most part, I was like, I shouldn't have streamed this. Like, this was not that fun for anyone, really. So, those are the two I'd say are my least favorite. But,
That's fair.
yeah.
There's nothing worse than finding out your chat just doesn't enjoy the game and you're just sitting there like, whoop.
Yeah, I mean, it would be one thing if I was enjoying the game, and not that I didn't enjoy the game, but, like, I wasn't as passionate about it as other games, It was just me sitting there kind of like, yeah, I'm playing a game. Like, it's a thing that's happening.
Yeah.
But, next question, since I've been curious about this myself. How did you guys get into streaming? Like, how did you first, think to start doing it?
Should I start again like usual?
I mean, yeah, whoever.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also, I will
just be
easy because I told it many times. It's Green Ferret. It's all fucking Green Ferret. I spent pretty much my whole life sitting around in different chats, especially Jesharuski, and Green Ferret kept being like, Snail, oh, well, back then Joker, why don't you start streaming? Like, I don't know, I don't think I'm fit for it. Joker, why don't you start streaming? Okay, I'll start streaming, god damn it, and then I left it.
Well, that's that's one way, I guess.
It's bullying.
Peer pressure at its finest, yeah.
Yeah, but it's peer pressure that ended up benefiting everyone, because now you're here with us.
Yeah, it was so worth it. Thank you, Ferret.
Yeah, thank you for your peer pressure. I guess I can go next, because I think I've told this on stream before. But I worked at Target, which was kind of, just like a department store. And I worked in the electronics section, and there are people who aren't hired by Target but still like work in Target, and they focus on like selling cell phones and stuff. And this one guy who wasn't supposed to be at that store, but he was filling in for someone else, my friend Game Howlers. We met through that because he happened to fill the spot as I was working, and we just kind of started talking about games, and he was a streamer, and he was like, you seem to know a lot about games, like, have you ever thought about streaming? And initially I was kind of like, I don't know, I don't know if anyone would really want to show up. But it ended up being a really fun time. My very first stream with them was actually Tetris 99.
Nice. I want to play that again.
Yeah, it's a
I'm
lot
very
of fun.
good at it though.
I'm pretty good at Tetris. I mean, I'm not like
I betcha.
super amazing, but
Don't be modest. Don't. The world champion over here.
no. I'm decent because when I was really young and I didn't even have a Game Boy yet, all I could do to pass the time were these little Tetris keychains that my parents gave me. So like for hour-long car rides, I just had this little Tetris handheld, so I just played a ton of Tetris. So, you know, I'm okay at it. What about you, Satsu?
That's good. A series of bad life choices, to be honest. No, I'm
Drugs.
Yeah.
yes, it was a dark night. I was lonely. I needed the bits. No, I'm only kidding.
Satsu coming out of the
Yeah, I know.
gate strong.
I don't. Yeah, this is a confession stream. No, I'm only kidding. So yeah, it was pretty much probably like a lot of people on Twitch. It was due to the lockdowns in 2020. So like I wanted to do a lot of content creation, and I went down like a lot of avenues. Like I created YouTube videos. I did like different things for other hobbies like language learning and things. And then I was like, I don't. It wasn't really gelling. And one of my friends said, "Oh, why don't you try streaming?" And I was absolutely terrified, can I just say? I don't know how you guys felt, but I was terrified to do my first stream. Like, like booting it
Interesting.
up, wondering who,
Yeah, like staring at the
oh.
on button.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've heard this or heard me say this story on stream, but I always remember the first time I ever got a raid, and I genuinely thought I was getting trolled.
Oh,
Like,
really?
these people just appeared, and I remember I was like streaming directly from the PlayStation, and unfortunately, when you've got the PlayStation chat on your screen, it doesn't show like the emotes. It just shows you like the the words for them. So like
Yeah.
lol and things like that. So I was seeing like loads of them, and I thought, oh my god, I'm getting trolled. No, it wasn't. It wasn't at all. It was just yeah, someone being nice. So I apologise to that person if they ever listen to this.
How dare you be supportive?
But yeah, no, it just like started from a friend suggesting it, and then it kind of spiraled from there. I ended up creating a podcast. It was it's a dark time.
Then you tried cocaine.
I do have to say, Satsu, I wasn't nervous particularly about my first stream, because, I mean, my friend was there to, kind of help me along, so I didn't have time to really linger. But I do remember I streamed Celeste very, very early on, and I remember being kind of nervous about that, because I was doing the recently released, like, extra content that they did. And, I was not doing well, so I was getting, like, really nervous that I was upsetting everyone, even though there was, like, no one there.
Aww.
I mean, if it helps, you should have seen my first stream. Mine was like horrific.
Nah, honestly.
Who did you insult?
Everybody. No, it was because one of my friends had given me like he had got a computer from someone, and then it was like one of these machines that was definitely on its way out. It was like, oh, you should here you go. So when I put it on, initially like it would run like video games really well, and I thought, oh, because it runs games really well, that must translate into you can stream really well. No, because basically I'd streamed it was like a ROM of what was it? It was like a poorly translated version of Pokemon Green.
Oh,
And,
yes.
oh god, like it was a fun stream to do. It's something I probably like to go back to, but like the computer was like Russian roulette. Sometimes it would let me stream for 20 minutes. Sometimes it would be an hour. Sometimes it would be like 2 minutes, and then it would blue screen.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Oof.
So that was fun. That was
Yeah.
good times all around. Yeah.
So,
Let me know if you hear yelling in the background, okay?
okay, we'll let you know, but so far nothing.
Okay,
I-
I heard yelling in the background.
I won't tell anyone about your victims.
I'm sorry,
It's a
what?
secret.
I said I wouldn't tell anyone, though.
Right. There's no one in the bathroom.
Yeah. Or in the basement. But anyway, I wanted you guys to talk about maybe some side stuff you guys are doing, because I know Satsu, you have Chatsunami,
Oh yeah.
and Joker, I know you have a YouTube channel, though I don't know exactly how
I don't
frequently.
upload anything. I do art though.
Oh,
That's cool.
yes, yeah, true. Yeah, just tell us a little bit
Imagine
about
uploading to YouTube.
that. I know, really, I feel bad.
Well, I do live 2D commissions right now. I actually have a queue. Like, what the? How do you get a queue? But I have a queue of like 3 people after the one I'm doing right now. Holy shit! So yeah, if you like my models and you're interested, you can have something maybe in like December.
Get them
It's
now
going
while they're
really
hot.
well. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's super fun.
Good. I'm glad.
Nice.
And then Satsu, obviously, you've got Chatsunami.
Yes, who knew I had a podcast that I totally don't talk about all the time?
Yeah.
Honestly, you know how some people like they go through life and it's like you see them like have this identity for like one thing and you think that will never be me, and like ever since I started the podcast I'm just like online, hey kid, do you know I have a podcast? Come here. Listen, yeah, so yeah, we like as you said, I run a variety podcast called Chatsunami. You know, I've had you on twice, Shadow,
Yes.
and Joker. I've still to get you on if you ever fancy it. But
I would.
yeah,
I would listen.
more than well.
Terrible with schedules.
No, so am I, because like Shadow and I have like hundreds of episodes planned. Yeah, I
Give me and give me an ultimatum.
I'm
Yes.
terrible for planning, but we just reached like our we just reached our 100th episode, which was really cool
Yay.
recently. And honestly, it feels as if I've done more. It sounds silly to say, but I'm like, how have I only just reached 100? Like, we started in like November in 2020, I want to say. And they used to actually stream the first 50 episodes live on Twitch, and then because of like conflicting issues, I ended up, just streaming it, or not streaming it, but like recording off air. Because I remember, Shadow, did we do ours live? I think we did.
Yeah, at least the first one. I don't remember if the second.
Yeah, I can't remember.
I believe
Maybe
so.
we did. Because I feel sorry for Shadow, because the first one, like, we have like a sub series called Streamer Spotlight, where I interview like different streamers,
Yes.
talk about their interests, that kind of thing, which is a lot of fun to do. It's really fun, and our episode was great.
Yeah.
But then after that, I was like, Shadow, do you want to come on for a second episode? And he was like, oh yeah, sure. And yeah, I got
It
him
was
to talk about
5 years ago.
Yeah.
I got him to talk. Yeah, I got him to talk about Sonic 06. So I
mean-
apologize again. It's never
We can
returned.
talk about that for a month. You just don't end the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was banned after talking about Sonic 06 for an hour.
Never
Would you-
again.
Yeah. You know, I do remember joining your live recordings of Chatsunami, and I remembered thinking to myself, like, this sounds like a lot of fun to be on, and I never wanted to like go, hey, can I come on? But I was really happy when you were like, hey, Shadow, do you wanna come on? Yes.
Honestly, podcasts are like so much fun. Like, the reason I did it was because the same friend that no, they didn't peer pressure me. I was going to make a joke, but like the same friend who said, "Oh, you should start streaming," also started up a podcast. And I'm like, "Oh, you should, you should try that out." And I was like, "Well, I'm already talking, to the camera anyway, like metaphorically talking to the camera.
Yeah,
I'm like talking anyway. I'm rambling about, different opinions and things. I thought, why not just, turn it into a podcast?" And,
Yeah.
it's been a lot of fun though. It genuinely has been.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun to listen to.
Oh, thank you.
I guess I should talk about my side projects
Do it.
because I see Groovy doubting me. So, it's.
Your dungeon?
I'm sorry.
Your dungeon?
Well, My
Is that not open yet?
It's not. Not,
Dang it!
not currently.
Heck.
But I do have a YouTube channel that I wanted. Honestly, originally I wanted to be a YouTuber, but I just never had the chance to. And then now that I have the chance to, I've been really lazy. But my current YouTube channel has because I have a friend who I've had for a long time, and he had a decent following on YouTube from doing like a Bionicle series. And so like he and I watched the whole series together because he and I are still collaborating on a sort of sequel series, and so we were like, hey, let's make these commentaries, and it'll be a fun way to revisit the ideas and stuff. So I had been uploading that, and then I've just been lazy about making proper YouTube videos, but I do intend on making more proper YouTube videos. And I did make a top 5 favorite games video, which I'm proud of.
Yeah, I have to admit, your videos are quite good though, Shadow.
Oh, thank you.
Like, yeah, don't undersell yourself here. No,
Yeah.
from what I remember seeing like a while ago, they were pretty great.
Yeah, I always say to myself, like, I really should make more. I'm still kind of currently working on a video comparing Sonic Shuffle and Mario Party, but every time I sit down to write it, I end up creating this huge video, and then I get intimidated by all the work I'd have to do to make it, and then it gets out of date, and then I have to update it, and it's just a horrible cycle. But yeah, I do YouTube, and
Your mom, my mom.
Mom, what?
You do YouTube and my mom.
Yes. I thought you know what? Never mind.
It's a switcheroo.
Yeah.
Did you say through a glass of water?
Yes, yeah, I did, because I'm trying to stay hydrated.
Good.
You better be.
Yeah.
I'm just lurking outside of Shadow's like window, like you better be staying hydrated.
Yeah. I just open the curtain a little bit, and I see you just fingers right on the glass, like I'm watching you.
Soon.
But speaking of like side stuff, do you guys have like a dream job of any sort? Like, would it be streaming, or do you have any sort of other career path that you would love to do? Because I mean, yeah, I'm sorry if I just stumped you all, but
No, I got confused because I was trying to read chat. My brain was just like,
honestly, I've been trying to keep up with chat, but I think my brain just kind of fried, and I was like, chat's just gonna be chat.
okay, why don't we start over from the beginning and just be like really epic answers?
Okay, yes. So, do you guys have dream jobs, whether that be streaming or otherwise?
Yes.
And what would they be?
Oh, my number one dream right now is to be a full-time streamer slash internet personality where people be like, did you see what Snail did last night? And then be like, yeah. If not, I just want to make live 2D art for as long as possible.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing right now, basically.
Nice.
Nice.
What about you, Satsu?
See, when I started Twitch streaming initially, I was like, oh, maybe this is something I want to do, but I don't know about you guys, but do you ever feel as if it's quite hard sometimes? Like, if a stream doesn't go right, or, like, you don't get the engagement or something like that, and I kind of think,
yeah,
I don't know if I would want to do that initially.
Yeah.
But I feel as if for podcasting, maybe I would be more interested if I actually knew how to edit faster. If I could edit faster, it's like I would be unstoppable.
Yeah,
but
right.
Like, it feels like jumping from like one thing where there's loads of Twitch streamers, and I'm saying like, oh, I don't want to be a Twitch streamer. There's too many Twitch streamers. Let's jump to podcasting, and then you go in and there's like tons of podcasts, and you're like, well, shoot. But I don't know. I would say podcasting probably would be the dream job, because at least it would give me like creativity to be able to say, oh, this is what I want to talk about for this day. These are the people I want to come on. It's like, Shadow, come on, we can finally go on, and I can write it off as a business expense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? Never mind. I was gonna say something along the lines of like, you'd be, with Twitch streaming and podcasting, it's like jumping out of one ocean into another, like. Something like
you're
that.
Not wrong. You're really not wrong. Because the way it's like you look at one thing, you think, oh no, that's oversaturated, and then you look over the hedge. Like, see, in all honesty, I had no idea there were so many Red Panda VTubers. By the way.
Oh yeah.
Because see, when I started, God, I sound so old. When I started back in my day, it's like genuinely there was nobody around, and I thought, oh, I must have like a very unique like niche. And then it turns out like there's a whole Discord of them. There's like loads of people. There's like support groups and things. You're like, well, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, whenever I would express wanting to be like a YouTuber or something, everyone would always go like, well, what's your niche? Like, what are you gonna do differently? And it's tough, because if I could just come up with something unique, like I would have done it already,
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm just happy just playing video games. I've had a lot of people be like, you can't just be a person who plays video games on Twitch. And for me, it's like, why not? I just want to play games, have fun.
Yeah.
But for me, my dream job, at least originally, was to be like the CEO of Microsoft or something, similar. Like have a competitor to Microsoft.
And be rich.
Yeah, well, yes, rich, but also, so I don't remember exactly whose graduation it was. One of my sister's graduation from one of their schools, I don't remember, it was a long time ago. They were doing like, they were like taking the top students and putting a spotlight on them, going like, oh, they want to do this, and there's one girl was chosen, and I remember them going like, she wants to create an operating system, to compete with Microsoft and Apple, and the entire audience laughed, and I remember being like, so like, how could you laugh at that? That's their dream. Like, I've ruminated on a while, and I was like, it's so ridiculous to think that you can compete with Windows and Apple, that, people were just instinctively laughing. And I was like, no, you know what? I'm gonna do this just to prove them wrong. It wasn't even about me, but I was determined to prove them wrong.
That's really sweet.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so that was initially my goal. And Groovy does mention that it's a position of power, which I do like, but it's more about the proving people wrong.
Yeah. Fuck those people.
Yeah, I was like, what right do you have to laugh at them? Like, so what if they want to compete with Microsoft? Let them. Who knows? Maybe they'll do it. But aside from that, because I realize it's a pretty unrealistic goal, I would probably, I do want to be like a big time kind of, content creator. Kind of like Scott the Woz, where I just make videos and streams and stuff about stuff I'm interested in.
Yeah.
But I don't know exactly where I'd want to go with that,
I think for me right now, if I'm looking like at like an end goal, I think as things are right now, maybe like joining the shoujo would be amazing.
Oh, ooh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Shoujo Joker? Oh man.
The shoujo joke. I feel like my streaming style fits in, and I like what the girls do.
Yeah.
And I could make cakes on.
Yes. Yeah, true.
Metaphorically, maybe in real life. Who knows?
Would you join HoloLive?
When I started out, yes. But as things are now, probably not. Because I don't want to let go of my community and I don't want to let go of my identity. I'm
Yeah.
okay with the rules, to be honest. Like like whatever. Like at least they can swear, but I don't want to let go of my friends. You know.
Yeah, that makes sense. Um, so that kind of leads into my next question, which is like, do you guys have a dream sponsorship? Like, if you could, if you could get one company to sponsor you, or one brand of any sort, who would it be and why?
That is a good question.
Yeah,
I
because
Maybe
actually thought,
Elgato?
hmm?
Elgato, maybe?
Oh yeah, Elgato is a pretty good one. Because you talking about Vishojo made me think like that'd be interesting if some big, you know, big entity, approached you, but who would you want it to be? Because I think I would sell my soul for a Nintendo sponsorship.
They would never, though.
I know, they would never.
No, they would never.
They would never, but I would sell my soul for it.
Are there any other companies I simp for?
Yeah, I mean, oh Satsu, didn't you have someone that you were saying you would like the software that runs your podcast, right?
oh yeah,
Poman, the ones that makes my instruments?
Mm.
They might do it because I buy so much shit from them.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ooh.
Miku, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. Ooh, Dr. Pepper sponsorship. Interesting.
Oh.
Yeah, like
All the Coke Zero I drink.
yeah, if I had to choose a sponsorship that wasn't gaming related, I would want to be sponsored by actually. Well, I immediately wanted to say Butterfinger because I love Butterfingers, but then I remembered that's Nestle and I hear Nestle's not cool. So,
Yeah. How did you just get sponsored by I can't believe it's not butter?
yeah, like Challenge Butter or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Also, Joker, they don't hate streamers. They do actually sponsor streamers. They're just extremely selective.
Really? I thought they wanted people to stop.
No, they do actually sponsor YouTubers and streamers. It's just like you have to be like super popular before they even consider you.
Probably family friendly too.
Yeah. There was a guy I used to follow on YouTube. His name was Arlo, and he was basically like a little Muppet guy who would talk about Nintendo stuff. And like he eventually got sponsored by them. Like they'd send him codes and stuff. So like it's not that they don't. It's just you gotta really reach a level for them to start like considering you. So that's what I mean when.
What is the Tetley tea?
It's a brand of like tea in the UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
You a heavy consumer?
Yeah, well, one of the jokes on like my stream is like, I say to people like, "Oh, you better bring your snacks and things. Like, like stay hydrated." As I was joking there, and I've always said like, "Oh, I would love to have like it sounds silly, but like a comfy sponsor, like like a tea company or something." Partly because I just want free tea, to be honest. Although I have to admit, like I was on, I think it was like TikTok the other day. I was on something, and there was like a post from one of these like tea companies, and I was like, oh, I wonder what they're putting out today, because usually they just put joking things out, and then one of them was like, oh no, we're not going to give you free tea. No, don't DM us. No, we're not giving out sponsorships. And I was just like, oh, screw you. I'm not going to buy your tea. That wasn't Tetley, by the way. Tetley, if you're listening, I love you. Please give tea, please.
Yeah.
But,
oh, you know what? I would also love a Sega sponsorship. Sega, take my ideas for Sonic.
Oh, that would be the dream, though, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it really would.
Paralives, the ones that make Paralyzed, I want them to sponsor me. I've given them so much money already for the big gen.
Yeah, right? Like, just something that you, you would love to get free. Makes sense to me.
Well, also because I want them to acknowledge how much I supported them.
Oh, yes, yeah, that too. Um. Oh gosh, I was gonna say something and now my brain fell off that train. Well, I guess we can move on to the next question, which is, do you guys have a favorite clip of yours? Because I have a
Ravens are
few.
very smart.
Wait, oh yes, that's a great one.
So are parrots.
I still don't fully understand what you said in that clip, Joker.
I was singing, "Oh Shadow, later I can give you head,"
Okay,
and then you said, "Wait, what?"
see, that's kind of what I was thinking, but then I was like, there's no way. There's no way that was
Wait,
actually.
no, it said you can give me head. The other way
Oh
around.
yes, oh yeah. That's it.
And then the ravens are smart.
Yeah. Um my personal favorite clip is I was playing Sonic Adventure 2 and I was trying to 100% it, and I was on Meteor Herd, and I was on the final mission of Meteor Herd 2, where for one of the emerald pieces you have to break open the side panel on the main area, and Meteor Herd constantly has meteors that'll fall down near you and explode. And so there was this sequence where I'd be really confident. I'm like, okay, here we go, and then I'd fly over to the nearest rock to break the panel, and then a meteor would come in and destroy it, and I'd be like, no, and I'd restart, and then finally I got it into the perfect position, and I'm like, all right, this is a slam dunk, and just as I'm saying slam dunk, a meteor comes in and destroys it, and I had to put my controller down and like take a deep breath because I was, I just couldn't believe the timing of it. That was a favorite of mine. But also for some reason there's a clip of me playing Red Faction Gorilla, and I was talking about how I feel like I'm being stabbed in the eye, and for some reason that has more views, so I don't know.
Sometimes clips just have most views because they're old, and then people are like, what is a clip with the most views? And then they give it more views.
Yeah, true.
I feel like that's the way it works with my Burke clip. Like, it's not that good a clip, but it stayed at the top for so long because it's at the top.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. What about you, Satsu? Do you have a favorite clip, or maybe clip of your podcast?
One of them, I don't know if I'd met you two like when this happened, but it was one of my earlier streams where I was playing Overcooked with a couple of friends, and you know how Overcooked gets, is like,
Oh, yeah.
It just devolves into manic hysteria, people yelling, burgers getting thrown left to right. And there's one particular moment where we're trying to like make burgers, and my friend was yelling at me for buns, so I just started yelling back bun, and I wouldn't say any other word until the timer was up. So I was just yelling bun, bun, bun. And I was just throwing buns, and he absolutely broke down laughing. And he did it so much that I started breaking down, and our other friend was just like, "Oh, what's going on?" And I was like, "Bun!" so much so that because of that clip, I actually got someone I actually commissioned the person who designed the red panda for the channel. I got him to draw like the bun as a character, so now I use him whenever I'm editing like a compilation video. He's like the censor bar, so instead of like a censor bar, it's just the bun that floats in front of the screen. So yeah, fun times.
Bun.
Bun, just bun. He just holds a wee sign that says bun. It's incredible. Yeah. 10 out of 10.
So Waking just redeemed a random soundboard clip. So for anyone who's new to my stream, I have a soundboard full of like inside jokes and stuff. And when you redeem that, I pick one at random and play it with no context. So I'll just quick take care of that, which has been a huge source of fun for me, but I don't know if anybody else really enjoys it.
Yeah.
Let's.
Chad is still going boon.
No, my Elgato.
Bun.
Wait, what happened?
Bun.
My
Sheila.
My stream deck isn't working right now. I don't know why. That's sadness. Because I gotta...
That old excuse.
No, yeah, it's just... Wow.
It is bad.
There. It is bad.
Boon, boon.
One more time so everyone can absorb the randomness.
It is bad.
One more time.
It is bad. Anyway. Hi, Enrai. Good to see you. And yes, my sister does want you to say that everything will be okay. Satsu.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I typed that while you were talking. I didn't want to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
Yes, everything's going to be okay. Keep at it. Stay hydrated. You're going to be fine.
Yes. So, what stream have you guys put the most work into? In terms of, like, getting everything set up the way you want, you know? Maybe not necessarily as you're streaming, but, you know, just, like, took the most effort to make happen.
Honestly, I would say my 12-hour stream that I did. Like, that was... That actually went so much better than I thought it would, if I'm going to be 100% honest. Like, because I split it up into, like, 4... Was it 4? No, sorry, yeah, it was 4 3-hour chunks.
Oh, okay.
So, like, the first part of it, I did... I played the very first game that I streamed, which was Pokemon Green, the poorly translated one. Didn't crash, fortunately.
Oh, that's
and
good.
then in the second half, I had I had a Sonical Sea contest, which was a lot of fun.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Oh, it really was. I actually uploaded the audio, like as a video as well to, I think it's a Chatsunami. That I'll need to double check. I think it's on the YouTube channel. But that was a lot of fun. Then for the third bit, it was Fall Guys, and then for the final bit, it was like Phasmophobia. And honest to God, like I thought it was just going to drag. I was gonna, like you know how it is. See when you're streaming for lots of time, and you just get tired, and you kind of resort to just grunts. It's like,
yes,
kind of like really tired. I thought I was going to be like that, but because I took breaks in between, and I was like swapping out with different people to bounce off of. It was honestly like it went really well, but I think that was probably the most I've ever worked in a stream. Spoilers, but
yeah,
oh God, that was that was stressful because I thought something's going to crash, something's going to blow up, but nothing did, and in the end,
yeah,
it worked. So yeah, sorry, that would be mine.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I'd say the one I put the most work into was probably my Wii Sports Club video, or stream, because this was back when I used a green screen before it became too cumbersome. So, like, I would set up my green screen, and then I had to get a new webcam and like, try and find a spot for it, and then, set up my setup in a way that would, like, capture my audio and stuff. It was a surprising amount of work. And, it was a fun stream, but I was thinking to myself, like, I can't believe I'm doing all this just to play Wii Sports Club. Or I would say my most recent birthday stream, because like I set up a tripod and a webcam so I could like have different camera angles of my my present opening from Enrai, and I had to clean up the whipped cream I got in my face because I did not think that reward through. But yeah, those, admittedly, my streams, now that I've gotten them running the way I like, they don't take a whole lot of setup, but when I do something special like that, that's when it gets kind of complicated. What about you, Joker?
So I've been a little distracted with Putty and also trying to understand what Enrai was typing, but you were asking about the most high-effort stream, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yes. That's definitely my 420 special stream. the Idol concert I did
Oh,
with
yes.
a brand new outfit with so many layers and the new rigging and the intro video and the stage and the preparing the songs and practicing. Oh god, that was so much work. I still remember it though, which is great.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say that for all the work, it at least was a very memorable stream, because, I mean, you still bring it up from time to time.
Yeah.
So.
It was very 420 blazed.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, I had so much fun. I want to do something like that again, but that means I'd have to work.
Yeah.
I miss it too, Groovy.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do a lot of streams, but then I look at like all the logistics of it, and I go like, I don't want to, I don't want to have to set all that up. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 more questions from me, and then we can enter all the viewer submitted questions.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
What is
favorite
your
Pokemon?
password? Oh.
Sorry, say
I
that.
think. No, I just said, what is your password?
Oh, it's not something I could easily communicate, even if I wanted to.
It's I love Sonic 06 Yeah.
No, yeah. Sonic Lost World is the tops.
See, out of principle, I would not type that. I would just be like, no, can't get in. The account's impenetrable. No.
I don't know. I really like it. I mean, like, I don't think it's the best Sonic game, but I do not share your feelings on that.
I know. Apologies.
But yeah, for me, favorite Pokemon, part of me really wants to say Flareon, because I love Floof, I love the evolutions. But I feel like that's kind of an expected answer, you know?
I mean, it's okay to have an expected answer. You know what mine is.
Espeon, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Espeon is just fucking perfect. It's not my fault Espeon's perfect. I guess Chandelure is okay as well, but
Yeah.
and Milotic is amazing as well, but they're not Espeon.
Yeah.
I do really love Milotic though.
Oh, go ahead, Satsu.
No. Go on. Sorry.
Oh no, I was just
I'll
gonna.
wait my turn.
I was just gonna say, whenever I played Pokemon Red, I'd always make it a point to catch a Sandshrew, because I really like Sandshrew. Or, Sandshrew and Sandslash. Like those two. I don't know why, their sprites just, I really liked.
Don't forget Sandsuck.
Wait, what?
Sandsuck?
Are we thinking of the same Pokemon?
Sandsuck these nuts?
Oh. I see.
Get fucked!
I mean, I didn't even say it.
Good enough for me.
So, Satsu.
Yes. Sorry, I'm just waiting in the
Sandsuck,
corner.
So now you can suck.
So favorite Pokemon. I have to admit, like, one of them would definitely have to be Totodile, because one of my first games was Pokemon Yellow. So you know how people had that experience, like Pokemon fans, where it's like, who did you choose? Bulbasaur, Squirtle, Charmander? Like, I was lucky because I got all 3 in that game, so I never had the choice to like pick a starter. So the first time I actually got the chance to choose a starter was in Pokemon Silver, and that was Totodile, and I've loved him ever since.
Yes.
But the other one that is definitely my favourite, and this is going to be so far like left field here, Porygon. I
yes.
love that little digital duck that's borderline a Digimon, because initially
Yeah.
I was actually thinking about this the other day, like what kind of Pokemon would I want in real life? Because, you know, you could have like an Eevee realistically, but
Yeah.
all the people who are like, oh, I'd have a Charizard or I'd have an Arceus, it's like, who are you kidding? Like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, I've got a puppy just now that like tears through woods and bites everything. Like, there is no
The
way.
fire is out of the window.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way I'd be able to deal with like a pup that could breathe fire or something. But I mean, with Porygon, it's like well, a stream. I could just send it into my computer and be like, "Can you fix the problem?" And then it would flash up and say no, and it'd be like, "You mother, you know." No, I really like Porygon though. I don't know. It's one of those ones I'd never really thought about when I was younger. But the more I think about it, I'm like, that digital duck is just so wholesome. Also, Porygon was framed. I just want to say that.
Yes.
With that infamous episode. But anyway, sorry.
Well, I was gonna say in Red, I spent way too much time gambling just so I could get a Porygon. Like I would not move on until I got the Porygon.
Oh. Yeah.
If we're talking pets, I think I want a Swinub.
Oh.
They're so fluffy and they don't move around too much. They seem simple to take care of and they're really cute.
You know, I think I would go with an Arcanine. Or, like, you know, Growlithe first. But I love dogs. And I love the floofy big dog. So.
Mm-hmm. But I would never evolve my Swinub. I like it just the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm not hijacking. I'll shut up.
So, my last question was, how did you get into gaming? Like, just in general, because for me, my dad introduced me through the Atari 2600 because he had that, and so, like, some of my earliest gaming memories were watching my dad play Adventure or Circus Atari and such. But what was the case for you two?
Well, my whole family games, so I played Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time pretty much as soon as could hold a controller. Played Mario Kart. I don't remember a time I wasn't gaming. It's just how we entertained ourselves at home. So, like,
Yeah.
it's as natural as it is to eat food, I guess.
Yeah. Same for me, really, but, you know, I admit I'm weird by starting off with Atari. I feel like most people haven't at this point.
My dad started with an Atari.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying my generation, you know? Like, usually they start off with, like, an N64 or something.
I thought you were going to say your generation started with an Atari. I was like, hold the phone, Channel. Hold the phone.
I'm definitely not that old.
Yeah.
But what about you, Satsu?
Good question. I actually can't remember the very first game I played, but I do remember my brothers had I mean, I was lucky because they were quite into gaming at the time, so I got the chance to play like the NES and the Sega Mega Drive or Sega Genesis in the US. Why they have two names, I've got no idea, but anyway.
Yeah.
So I would watch them play it, and I have to admit, other than playing like Pokemon, I wasn't really into, you know, the kind of sprite 2D platformers. Like, I was more into, when my brothers got like an N64, I was more into things like Banjo-Kazooie, GoldenEye, those kind of like amazing games. And I always remember the turning point, although some people might describe it as like a downward spiral, was when I was going to I don't know if I was going to school or the dentist or something rubbish anyway, and I remember my brother had a Dreamcast.
Ooh.
And he started playing. It was like the very beginning of Sonic Adventure, and it's, you know, the fight where you're Sonic, you have to fight Chaos. And
yes.
It's a really cool like intro, and I remember being glued to the screen watching my brother play this, and my dad was standing at the door like, "Come on, Satsu, let's go, come on." And I was like, "No, but I want to stay and watch this game." He's like, "No, come on." So yeah, games like Sonic Adventure, Banjo-Kazooie, those kind of games. Yeah, absolutely loved it. But yeah, that's my confession of the night.
Yeah, for me, like after I got, you know, hooked enough on Atari and also the Game Boy Color, because my parents got those so we could play Pokemon. My first quote unquote, you know, modern console was the Sega Genesis or the Mega Drive in everywhere else. And I loved the original Sonic games and played them basically to death. But every year my cousin or my aunt and uncle and cousin would visit for Christmas, and my cousin would bring over her Dreamcast, and so that's how I got exposed to the adventure games. And so I played so much Adventures 1 and 2, and eventually when it came time, I bought a GameCube, and when we learned that the adventure games came to GameCube, we were like, I've gotta get them, so I can actually have them to play on my own instead of just during Christmas. And I found the last copy of Adventure 2, like in the bottom of a return basket at my local Fry's Electronics. I was happy. We almost didn't get it because my sister was like, that's Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. We want Sonic Adventure 2. I was like, this is that. But yeah, thankfully we ended up getting it. But that's
And
it.
that brings you here. Yeah.
But that's it for my personal questions that I could think of on my own. But now we're gonna start taking questions from my Discord. So starting off with a question from Pixel, what's your hottest video game take?
Oh, jeez. I think I already said it today. I don't like A Link to the Past.
Oh yeah,
okay?
that's right.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's not very pretty, and I didn't have any fun with it.
I can't believe it. I'm sorry.
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
I'm sorry. What
And
else?
Groovy, yes.
I like the newer Pokemon games better than the old ones.
Ooh, that's definitely a hot take.
Spicy.
I actually kind of agree with you though. Like
Oh, no, wait, no, it's in front of waking. Oh no. Okay, thanks for joining me today. Wait, then do a stream. Bye.
For one thing, Groovy, yes, it was Sun. And for two, like I have a lot of nostalgia for Gens 1 and 2 because, I had those growing up, but going back to them is pretty tough for me. Like, I just miss all the modern things they've added in the more recent Pokemon games.
Convenience.
Yeah.
The change of pace. Like,
Yes.
Not just spamming A the whole time.
Yeah, like I was a kid and never really noticed, but like in Pokemon Red, I had to grind a lot to get through it. Where I just don't have the patience for that anymore. So I actually kind of agree with.
More ways to get XP in the modern games.
Yeah. And also, you know what? This isn't my hot take, but it is a hot take I have. I like the EXP share. I like
Yes,
that they
I
just
love
give it
it.
to you. Makes things far more
I
balanced.
to train my routes by putting it into a battle, then switching it out and battling with someone else. Might as well just smack an XP share. It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. And like in the older games, I would have like one super powerful Pokemon, and all the others were basically just I'm here because I have cut.
And or like healing peasants. So when the main one dies, you just use a revive on it.
Yeah. There's sacrificial Pokemon.
Yeah. Sacrifice you to the sun god.
What about you, Satsu?
Just going off on that, like, yeah, I would agree with that with the Pokemon thing. I think, like, on the one hand, I see where people are coming from. If they want, like, challenges, then sure, they should have the option to turn off EXP share, but, like, I think people make too much of a big deal about it. Like,
Yeah.
I think some
Not
people
like
need to...
Pokemon's hard at all.
Yeah, like I feel as if people need to remember that although, any ages can enjoy Pokemon, it is like a thing for kids at times. Like, see all these people who come in and are like, oh, I want like a hyper realistic bloodbath. I mean, don't get me wrong, like Pokemon's dark as hell. Like the amount of stuff in like Sun and Moon and things like that where it's like, oh, we've got this cute Pokemon. Oh, what does he do? Oh, he kidnaps children. It's like, why?
Like all the
Why?
little ones.
Yeah, it's like
Every single ghost type being dead.
Yeah.
it's like this is a murderer. This one, I don't know. This one steals your wallet. You know, you're
Yeah.
like, Jesus, Nintendo, stop this madness. But I'm just trying to think. The only other thing I can think of is it's okay to believe that games haven't aged as well. Like going off of your point, talking about you can't go back to the old games. Like there was a stream I did absolutely ages ago. It was another milestone one, and I was playing Simpsons Hit and Run. And I'm not going to lie, when I played that game when I was younger, I 100%ed it. I was like, I loved it. I thought it was great. Going back to it, I did not have a good experience, and it actually made me quite bitter about the game. Like, there's a particular bit at the end where you're supposed to drive a car under a UFO. Like, long story, but you're supposed to drive it under, and you have to do this all in a time limit. And I kid you not, I did it over and over again. I couldn't get it down. And then the one time I actually did it, I drove under it. The car was lifting up, and it was like a pixel away from completing the level. And because the timer timed out, yeah, I didn't get it. And I'm like, there's so many games I've gone back and played, and they're just awful. Like going back to them, like. I mean, say what you will about games like Sonic Adventure and things. At least you can still have fun and play them, normally. But I mean, games like GoldenEye. I remember I introduced one of my friends to GoldenEye. I was like, "Oh, this is a game I grew up with. One of the first FPSs. You should play this game." Yeah, it was not a good time. Long story short, it was really bad. He didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it, and I'm like, "Yeah, it was a product of its time."
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't accept that. Like, I don't know if you've seen that, but genuinely, a lot of people seem to think that because it's like a classic, then you should never touch it,
Yeah.
Whereas I'm over here with like a sledgehammer, like smashing people's hopes and dreams.
Yeah. Their childhoods.
But yeah, sorry, that very cynical answer aside, that would be my hot take.
Yeah. I mean, I think I've said this many times now, but my hot take is that Sonic Shuffle is better than Mario Party. Like, any of them. Which I know basically 0 people agree with me, but
I never tried, but it's still blasphemy.
Like, don't get me wrong, I love Mario Party, but the thing for me is, like, I mean, have you ever heard people criticize Mario Party, and they go, like, oh, well, it's just all random, and, you have very little control over things, and some of the mini-games are BS, and, whatever. Like, to me, Sonic Shuffle fixes all that, because it gives you enough agency that, like, mistakes are mostly your doing, and, yeah, the mini-games, some of them are hit and some of them are miss, but, like, that's any Mario Party. I think it's just such an interesting idea. I mean, of course, I think it's at its best when you're playing with 3 other people who also know what's going on. But, like, once you do get to that point, to me, it's like, it's the exact remedy to what everybody doesn't like about Mario Party, where it's like, you all know how to work the system, and it's a matter of, cutting into each other rather than just getting a lucky roll, I mean, I know it's not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not exactly easy to go back to, especially because, like, it was on the Dreamcast because it used the VMU, and, like, you can't really do that on modern consoles, but, I don't know, I just
read what Groovy said.
What?
Groovy said, Shadow's wrong, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I am very much, I will die on this hill. I know I'm the only one on this hill, but I can't
loves you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I love Mario Party. To me, it's kind of a different, they're 2 similar games going for different things. But, I think Sonic Shuffle has way more merit than most people give it credit for. So, I'm not the only one on this hill? Okay, thank you. Well, I'm one of the very, very, very few people on this hill. And, yeah, I'm not prepared for anyone to agree with me, but it's just how I feel.
I'm glad you have feelings.
Yes. That's what makes me human. So, the next question comes from Corn, and he says, controversial ice cream flavors.
Licorice is the best ice cream flavor. Fight me.
Oh.
Sorry. Sorry. It's not even true. My favorite is coconut, but still, licorice is really, really good in ice cream.
What about coconut ice cream with licorice in it?
I like coconut ice cream with licorice sauce on it.
Oh, okay.
So probably yes. No, Waking, you are the worst.
Also, Groovy, I
also
do
like
love the
fake
GameCube
banana
Mario Kart.
flavor.
Yes. What about you, Satsu?
Controversial ice cream takes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, ice cream flavor, yeah.
Oh, ice cream flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Good question. Because
See,
I'm trying to think. I've not got a controversial palette of when it comes to ice cream. I would say
Sorry, I didn't
all
say
I'd
hi.
say is I mean, what I will say is vanilla is shat upon very, far too much, to be honest. Like, you know how people say, oh, yeah, oh, you're going to get vanilla flavour? It's like, yes, I am. So what? I accept your life choices, accept mine. I'm a vanilla.
There's nothing wrong with liking plain bread. Sorry, vanilla ice cream.
I was gonna say, I have trouble with this question because, food for me is very difficult because I have sensory issues. But, I always, whenever I go to an ice cream place, I mean, Cold Stone, I don't know if you guys have that, but, Cold Stone, they mix in a candy bar with your ice cream. And, I always get chocolate with Butterfinger mixed in. And, I adore that, but I haven't really had a whole lot of other flavors,
I haven't had Butterfinger, but that sounds kind of gross.
No, it's chocolate and peanut butter.
Well, I don't like chocolate ice cream.
I love chocolate. I am a
Maybe that's my
huge
controversial
chocoholic. Like, I'm...
I just don't like chocolate in like... I don't like when they add chocolate to things.
I'm like, if it can be chocolate, make it chocolate.
But there's always too much chocolate flavor in the chocolate ice cream. It's not a subtle flavor. It's like, boom, right in your face.
I know, but you can never get enough of it.
Yes, you can.
For me, it's impossible. There can always be more.
I like chocolate sauce on it.
But...
You like chocolate sauce, but not chocolate ice cream? Did you say?
That's an interesting...
Well, with the sauce, you can control how much you put on, and it's not cold chocolate. But if you put chocolate ice cream, it's just really intense and it's really cold. I don't like it.
Well, I adore chocolate.
I agree with you. Yeah, team chocolate all the way.
Hell yes.
That says snail milk ice cream is the best.
Oh, I have not had, but I assume so. Oh gosh, I was about to say it. Hold on. My brain goes in like 5 million directions. Oh yeah, my dad for Father's Day got this like 24-layer chocolate cake, and it was amazing. I could have put more chocolate on it. So, yeah, chocolate all the way.
I'm glad you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Waking says he likes sorbet, but it's too intense for me too. There's too much flavor. I don't like it. It's too intense, Waking. It's not an enjoyable cold treat. It's like an attack on your tongue.
Wow. So, Pixel...
That's too right for ice cream. Fucking hell. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Waking's going off, and I'm here for it, honestly.
Sorry, Sans.
Oh, Sans, savage.
He's right. He just tried making Danish food, and he didn't like the meatballs.
No. So Pixel asks first ever gaming memory, which we kind of went over, but I do want to mention one thing for me. I remember when I first got the GameCube, I saw my dad playing Nightfire on it, and that was what got me hooked on Nightfire. Like, that was basically the only time my dad ever played GameCube. But he played Nightfire on it, and I remember it very vividly. And I love Nightfire.
That's a good game. Yeah,
It really is.
Good game.
I streamed it a little while back, and it really holds up.
I actually can't remember the last time I played that game.
Oh man,
I think I've got it for the GameCube somewhere, but
Satsu,
yeah.
if you ever come over here, we are playing multiplayer Nightfire.
Oh, 100%.
Hell yes, and also multiplayer
100%.
Time Splitters.
Oh yeah, that's another fantastic game. to be
Yes,
fair.
definitely. But do you guys have any special early gaming memories?
I used to play a lot of games, Pixelina games. I don't know if they're in other places, but I really, really miss playing those. I know they were terrible games, but I was like 5 years old, and it was like the time of my life, and there were so many songs in them, and I wanted to sing along to them. I still remember the art of the crocodile smoking cigars.
Wow, I don't think I've heard of this.
It might be a Danish thing, I'm not sure. I'm gonna find you a picture.
Okay. And Satsu?
So early gaming memories. Now, that is a good question. I remember not understanding how Pokemon worked, I have to say.
Oh, really?
Like, you know that way when it's like, the anime is always into the whole, believe in yourself and you can do it. Believing on a pixelated Pikachu does not work when you're getting thrashed by Brock. So I suppose the other one is, like, as I said, I suppose, like, playing, the early games with, like, my brothers and things, and just getting into gaming with Pokemon, because I actually remember I had I don't know if you remember this, but the, like, N64 had, like, what do you call that? It's like the GameCube, not GameCube, the Game Boy cartridge extender.
Oh,
So it was like you could play Game Boy games through the N64.
yeah. Oh gosh, I forget the name of it.
I think,
I know the Super
Yeah.
Nintendo one is the Super Game Boy.
yeah, I think the N64 one is the big slotty thing. But I remember I think I had to play through Pokemon Stadium, maybe. I don't know if there was like a separate thing, but it was a lot of fun. I always remember playing through it.
Yes.
Like playing through Pokemon Yellow and being so shocked that I went from like a tiny screen with the Game Boy to the massive screen on the TV. Like, wow,
Yes.
this is the future. So yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I knew that the so like there's a GameCube Game Boy player. I wish I knew that existed, because as a kid I would have killed for that. But I didn't realize it existed, and now that I know it exists, it's way too expensive for me.
Oh man.
So, sadness. But, so Friday Corvidae? Corvidae? Sorry. I don't know how to pronounce it, but, says pineapple on pizza.
Yes.
Yes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, we got a yes
Oh,
from Joker.
goodness.
Yeah, I think if you don't like it, you're a coward. Fight me IRL.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to go off on a rant here, but seriously, see the people who, like, they go, ooh, pineapple and pizza. Like, don't get me wrong, see if you don't like pineapple and pizza, that's perfectly valid and everything. But see the people who have made it, like, their identity and, like, a huge crusade to be like, oh, I don't like pineapple and pizza, therefore none of you should like it. It's like, get to hell.
You know, I was actually going to bring that up when, so when I was thinking about this question, like, I don't personally like pineapple on pizza. I mean, that's just my taste thing.
Yeah.
But, to me, it was understood that it worked on pizza, because there's always been, like, Hawaiian-style pizza. So
Yeah.
why the internet decided to just suddenly be like, you have to take a stance? Like, it just kind of... It blows my mind, because I'm like, where was everyone else?
Wait, genuinely, I think that, like, it's okay, you know, like a... can't even remember, do you call that a Hawaiian pizza? Where it's like the pineapple and ham? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like, I think it's okay. I mean, I would rather choose one that had better toppings, don't get me wrong, but
sure.
for the sake of, like, peeing people off and being like, look at my Hawaiian pizza. Oh, you're so mad I'm eating this pineapple on a pizza. Oh, get wrecked. You know, it's like, get a hold of yourself.
I like that the baked pineapple doesn't hurt my tongue.
Yeah. Did you know pineapple digests you back?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's why my mouth bleeds when I eat it. Did you see the pictures I sent of the game for my channel?
Oh, yes, I meant to say, I do not recognize it. I think that may have been just a Danish
It
game.
might just be a Danish thing.
Yeah.
It was definitely really worth it, though. I loved it.
Yeah, sadly, I don't have a way to show it on screen right now, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, I just got deja vu. Great.
Yes. So, the next question comes from Unsmiley, and they ask, first time hard raging at a game, which I did a lot as a kid, but I don't remember a particular moment.
First time?
Yeah, first time.
First time, eh?
Yeah, first time, huh?
I don't remember the first time. I don't rage often. I remember the first time I raged on stream, which was Thunderblight Ganon.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I accidentally yelled at a viewer.
Oh, no.
It was so sad. I was so sad.
That sounds
I just
sad.
got so frustrated.
Um,
I don't remember the first time I raged in general. Probably the first time my game crashed.
yeah. Well, so that kind of also blends in with Pixel's question, where it's like most memorable / worst fit of gamer rage. So, like,
That was the one.
yeah, that probably would be the one, but you can answer, like, both at the same time. What about you, Satsu?
Ooh, good question. I mean, other than, like, the usual Pokemon ragings where, like, I was trying to beat Brock with a Pikachu. I know, I was young, I was dumb.
Oh, my.
I mean, other than that, I suppose, like, the old, like, 16-bit games that I used to play on, like, my brother's consoles, and, yeah, I just ended up getting thrashed on them, and getting angry at the duck from Duck Hunt. That was fun. Turns out you can't shoot them. Fun fact, you cannot shoot them.
Yeah.
No matter how hard you press the gun to the TV, you cannot shoot that door. So, yeah, that was fun. Yeah, but, yeah, no, I would say something like that, probably.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I used to rage a lot more as a kid. I guess, well, I mean, part of it was because I had poor control of my emotions as a kid. But, the thing is, I remember getting mad, but I don't remember specifically why. I just kind of remember getting mad at, like, you know, whatever game I was playing and just being like, this is stupid, that's unfair, you can't do that. And it's like, well, it did. And there were definitely times my mom would be like, if you're gonna get that mad, then you're gonna, you know, you're gonna stop playing video games, and then I'd calm down, because I didn't want to stop. So,
Now they're bullying me.
no,
Cat, be gone. I don't want you here anymore.
no bullying the snail. But,
Yeah, bully Satsu now. That's his turn.
Yeah, do it, I dare you. I will shove a pineapple pizza in your face if you try.
They like this stuff.
Come at me.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess the only fit of gamer rage oh, you know what? I do have one memorable thing. Not exactly from me, but I was playing NHL 94, I think, with my sister, And there was a player called Adam Oates, like Oates, and so we were playing the game and we got to a shootout. And in 94, there was a glitch, or I don't know if you would call it a glitch, but there was some exploit you could do where you do like a half circle behind the net and then come back out front and then shoot, and it'll guarantee a goal. And I abused the hell out of it as a kid. And I did that to my sister with Adam Oates. And my sister went like, "Oh, I hate oats!" And so we just mocked her for a while about...
I love oats. Oats are delicious. Thomas doesn't like oatmeal. Degenerate.
Oh. I mean, I'm not a...
It's made to feel full for 12 hours.
I'm not a fan of oatmeal, personally. But I do remember that moment.
Yeah. I just add enough sugar weights to the dessert, and then you feel full for the rest of the day. What, 300 calories? It's great.
So, Friday also asks, comfort game you always enjoy playing? This one's easy for me. It's Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, Sonic Adventure for me.
Yeah.
Minecraft?
Oh, Minecraft is good. Yeah.
I don't always enjoy it. I get burned out from Minecraft. What don't I get burned out of?
Yeah.
I don't think I get burned out of Wind Waker.
Oh, ooh, I do love Wind Waker.
I love me some Wind Waking.
Mm-hmm. Did you know that Wind Waker was originally going to be a theremin instead of a baton?
Really?
Yeah.
How would they make that work?
I mean, the hand movements that Link does when he's using the pear?
Yeah.
Like, that was going to be, like, how he controlled the theremin.
But it's such a big instrument. Would you just, like, smack it out on the ground?
I mean, yeah, somehow. I don't know. They apparently got the idea from watching, like, a documentary about the creator of the theremin. And they were like, wow, we should make a game around that. And then they kind of started encountering the issues with it being a theremin, so they were like, let's just make it a baton.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Yeah.
I love theremins, though.
Yeah, they're really cool. Friday also asks, favorite vacation you've taken? I'd have to think about this one. I don't take
Australia.
many.
No doubt.
Oh,
The
wow.
month in Australia I spent was the best month of my life. I peaked in Australia.
Wow.
I really, really miss it. But Thomas doesn't like bugs and fear, so he doesn't want to go there.
Oh.
It's just, the culture is almost the same as Danish, maybe a little more welcoming. I love that. The weather was great. They had so much Asian stuff, like Daiso, and Japanese people had, like, there were actual Japanese people selling Japanese food. You know who has sushi restaurants here? Chinese people, because there's no Japanese people in Denmark. I want to be able to weep and have a culture that fits me. That's Australia.
Interesting. I never would have guessed. What about you, Satsu?
Now that's a good question. I'm listening through.
I know you just
mean,
went on a vacation to London, right?
Yeah, my girlfriend and I, we went to the Harry Potter, like the studio tour. That was
Yes.
really neat. That was
Yeah.
really fun because I genuinely didn't expect it to be that like. It sounds silly because you're like, oh, didn't expect it to be so full of stuff and things, but honestly it was fantastic. But like in terms of, I'm thinking pre-pandemic here, I'm not thinking like way back because I haven't flown out the country for about 2 years now.
Yeah,
It's like I'm getting the itch.
we've entered a new era of time. There was BC, and then there's AD, and now it's AP, or the after pandemic,
Yeah, because I mean, I've been to. I actually think the last time I flew out the country might have been when I went to America, surprisingly. But
Oh.
I mean, before that, I ended up in China, which was absolutely fantastic. I'm not gonna lie, that was like one of those experiences where you land on the plane and you're just like, huh, okay, I'm here.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, what? Why? What am I doing? What am I doing? But no, that was fantastic. Honestly, I just want to travel more. To be honest, I really want to just travel.
Yeah,
And
same
get
here.
out there again. I'm absolutely itching. I'm like, I want to go and play Time Splitters over and
Hell yes.
you know, yeah, just do
The
just do a
Satsu
tour.
Fund.
Exactly, just do Chatsu on Chatsu on site. It's like, well, we can't record online. I might as well come over there and just bring a mic.
Yes. For me, I had 3 vacations that popped to mind. One was I took a cruise in Canada, which was a lot of fun. Because this was the year that my home team won the Stanley Cup, so we wore all of our, we won the Stanley Cup gear and walked around to rub it in Canada's face.
That's really nice.
Yeah. And also, I went to Mexico. I went to La Paz, and that was really good. They had these amazing shrimp tacos in particular. I adored those. So that was a really fun vacation. And then also, in high school, I went to France and Spain on like a school associated field trip, which was was quite an interesting vacation. I wouldn't say it was great, but also it was memorable. I got very sick and had to go to the hospital because
I've never been truly sick on a holiday.
wait, I'm sorry, say that again.
I've never been sick on a holiday.
Yeah, neither had I. And then suddenly I was sick in France. The thing is,
Oh, no.
Water.
the girl, so there was a girl who got sick, and I like sat across from her at dinner, and I was being a clown and kind of making everyone laugh at dinner, and eventually she like laughed so hard that like it kind of splattered some stuff on my face, and I'm pretty sure that that's where I got the sickness.
Shadow, you bean.
I'm sorry.
You fucking bean. You made yourself sick by being so charming.
I guess so. So I'm not very social, but my friend, he has this weird charm about him, so I figured I'd try and emulate it, and everyone loved it. Like, everyone thought it was the most funny thing, and especially the girl across from me, because she, like, coughed in my face, and then I got really sick. So, yeah, that happened. Anyway... Your go-to Chinese takeout order, also asked by Friday.
You think we have takeout?
What?
I don't know any place. Well, I guess they technically have takeout if we want to drive for 30 minutes.
Yeah. What would you get?
I don't know. I don't know what you can get for takeout.
Or how about just
Everything.
Chinese food in general? Like, what's your order?
Well, I don't know if you can get anything other than boxes to go. Like a box of, dishes.
Mm-hmm. Well, for me...
Sorry.
It's okay, Joker.
I'm a poor village person.
For me,
No.
I have this Chinese restaurant very close to my house that's like a family-owned restaurant that's actually owned by Chinese, people. So it's very authentic and really good. And I always get the aromatic shrimp and steamed wontons because I love them. Delicious. And also sometimes honey walnut shrimp. What about you, Satsu?
No, that sounds delicious. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It really is. Like, I can't go to like Panda Express or any of the generic Chinese fast food restaurants now because I'm so spoiled by the one near me.
Do you know, funny you should mention that, because like I remember when I went to China, like obviously I had the food over there, and then when I went to America, we went to Panda Express, and someone had asked me, "Oh, is this like the food in China?" And I'm like, "No,
No.
no,
No.
Oh god, there's so many good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like that. This is probably going to be a basic, you know what answer, but like, I mean, dumplings are great. Wontons are
Yes.
great. Steam buns are great. I mean, my girlfriend, she like makes a fantastic like curry as well and things like
Ooh.
that. Like, oh, just there's honestly so many things I could list. Like the next hour is just going to be me raving about food. There was actually, of all the things, and this is going to sound weird, but I remember when I went there, there was like this cube of bread that they served at this restaurant, and I was like, I am so like, why is it just like a cube of bread with ice cream on top? And I thought it was the strangest thing I've heard. There's no way this is going to be nice. It was like I still rave about it today, and my friends are just like, "We get it about the cube of bread," and I'm like grabbing them by the shirt, like, "No, you don't understand. This bread is the greatest thing ever. It's so sweet, so nice." Like, I'm just trying to think what else. Like, oh, there's honestly like so many things.
Yeah.
And it's honestly, see once, like as you were saying, Shadow, see once you find like the perfect Chinese restaurant that does like all these things, and you're like, yeah, this is my home now.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
put their number on speed dial.
Oh yeah.
Gonna send them a Christmas card. Okay, maybe not, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. There is another restaurant though that I found. It's a little farther away from me, but it's actually like an Islamic Chinese restaurant. So it's kind of like a
Oh.
fusion, and it's so good. They have these noodle dishes that are like really really thick noodles, and they're so good. It's really interesting because Islamic and Chinese I wouldn't think mix particularly well, but it really works. It's so good.
You're making me hungry now, Shadow. Come on.
Sorry, I just had to rave about the food.
I had wontons for the first time like a month ago.
You know what, Joker? When you come here, we're gonna take you to all the restaurants.
Thank you.
We're gonna get you
I
a
really
usual
don't
order.
know, like everybody when they talk about Chinese takeout, they mention like dish names, and we're just like, what do you mean dish names? You go in and point at the noodle, and then you point at the sauce, and then you point at the meat.
Not, at least not how it works here. You get the dish and it's already pre-mixed and stuff.
Yeah, but I haven't had it in a really long time because I haven't tried any of the places that do boxes in the nearest city, and I'm nervous going to new Chinese places. I don't know why. Just point at the numbers. They don't have numbers. There's like 6 options in, right?
So, another question. If you could learn another language, what would it be and why?
Oh.
So, this one's tough because I have several different ones I want to learn for different reasons. I want to learn Spanish because I live so close to the border that like there's a lot of overlap and it would probably help me a lot. It's pretty desirable to be able to speak Spanish around here, so I feel like I would want to learn for that. But also, I want to learn Japanese because obviously I play a lot of video games, and it would be very nice to, know how to speak languages for games that aren't translated. So, I remember I bought, like, at a regular store, for some reason they had import copies of Jump Superstars on DS, and it was entirely in Japanese, and I couldn't figure out what to do. But,
Help you.
I mean, it's gone. I lost it a long time ago. I know. It's one of the few games I've ever lost, and I'm still.
I can't believe you've done this.
I know. I'm still salty about it. Number 9 large, number 7 with extra dip. Yeah.
Español para tus amigos, Shadow.
I'm sorry.
I read what Groovy said.
Oh. Yes, I would like to speak with friends. Yeah, so those are the two that immediately jump to mind, is like, I'd want to learn Spanish because it's desirable around here, and I'd want to learn Japanese so I could play video games. So yeah.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
Those are good choices.
Well, for me, it's pretty obvious with Japanese since I'm already learning. But if we look beyond that, I think honestly, like I keep wanting to choose reasonable things that I would actually use, like Spanish because there's a lot of Spanish media online, and German because it's really practical and good for work. Like it's really good on your TV here. But honestly, deep down inside, I just want to learn Chinese because it's close to Japanese, and I don't know. I feel like it's a weird reason, but Japanese, no, what Japanese? Chinese people are like, uh, I feel like they're sort of one of the most unreachable people group that is so close to us. Like, there's a lot of interaction between the West and China, but we struggle to talk together, and I think it would be really nice to get a little closer to that part of the world.
Yeah, that would be really cool. Oh, you know what, Wait King? You know what? Groovy, cancel that. I'm going to give a comment about my amazing streamer friends here that I've got. Joker is absolutely amazing. I love your energy, and it's always a fun time to talk to you, and just be around you. I appreciate you. And Satsu, I love talking to you. I love listening to your voice. Your podcast is awesome. I love talking to you about like Sonic and all sorts of other things like that.
Oh, you.
And then Donkey Kong got redeemed in Ara. I'm not going to require it from either of you, but I will. I will at least do it. How was that?
I'm glad you did it.
Okay. I'm still working on it.
I know. I don't think it's in your blood to be like dominatory sexy though.
Yeah, yeah. That's just, yeah.
Dominating.
No, Wonko. Oh, I'm sorry.
No! What? Rude!
Satsu, did you answer? I'm sorry if I skipped
No,
over you.
not yet. Sorry, I'm just, I'm just patiently waiting. I feel like this question is made for me. I'm like, yes, a language question. Alas, my time has come. So I remember, like, I suppose for me the language. Yeah, the languages that I. Oh, sorry. Do you want to ara first then?
Yes.
Okay.
I love to ara.
Okay.
Ara.
Ooh, that was a good one.
Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to be as central as possible here. You ready, Groovy?
Oh,
You ready?
okay.
Yeah, well, listen. Ora. Okay, there we go. Right. So, yeah, languages. I suppose there are a couple for me because I absolutely love language learning. Like, I'm not saying I'm good at language learning because I'm not, but I'm actually learning 2 languages just now. That, of course, being Spanish. Absolutely love Spanish. I think it's absolutely fantastic. No, I do. Like, it's so useful because I remember in school I learned French, but I wasn't very good at it. I tried learning French. And
Oh,
it was
really?
just like, yeah, I tried learning, like relearning after school. I just did not pick up. It wasn't really clicking with me as much. So after that, I was like, right, I want to learn a language, but I don't know which one. So I thought, okay, Satsu, go big or go home. So I thought, okay, I'll learn Mandarin because life is too short. So that was kind of partly the reason why I was in, China. And honestly, it was a fantastic experience. Like, because fortunately, I was with a girlfriend, and she can speak Mandarin and everything. So she is fantastic and everything. And it's just the thing about languages is I love them because it's just such an important thing for understanding different cultures, getting to know people, getting to kind of bridge those boundaries and everything. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love Mandarin. I think the tones are annoying, and the fact they don't have an alphabet's a bit vexing. But
Oh, yeah.
I think it's absolutely fantastic. Spanish as well. I just love Spanish, and I love the shows as well.
Yes.
There's a show on Netflix it's called Money Heist, but the English or the Spanish name is La Casa de Papel, and it's like just a bank robber show.
Okay.
I think it's amazing, but I honestly, you would think that I have like the vocabulary of a bank robber from Spain because I learned like a lot of phrases from that. So like they'll go into the bank and they'll put up the gun, and then the guards will put up the gun, being like "Baja tu pistola," and it's like put down your pistol. It's like
Yeah.
no, no puedo, no puedo. Or no lo puedo, no lo puedo. It's like okay, but yeah, that, and I love pretending to be in my own like telenovela, like the like the like over the top things, because sometimes I do that in stream and I don't know why, when I'm just like it's just like no puedo, lo siento, mi amor, things I don't know. I just love going over the top with that. I did have an awkward phase when I learned Esperanto, I have to say. But that was interesting because initially I thought this will be a fun language to learn, and then met a couple of people who.
God.
A tier 1 sub to game trade
Okay, goodness.
Oh, wow.
So I was like waiting. I was waiting until until you stopped because I was gonna thank 1-3, but then Sans just gifted 5 subs.
Oh.
Sans, you dog.
Sans, you madman. Thank you.
Gifted a tier 1
A hype train is close. So it's funny to me, Satsu, because I actually studied French. And oh heck, Joker! Thank you for the gift.
Gifted a tier 1 sub to ET packs.
Ah, we actually got a hype train. Choo choo.
JokarGirl gifted a tier 1
It's
sub to.
Ringo.
Yeah, it's a Ringo.
Sorry, we interrupted you, Satsu.
Yeah, I was sorry.
No, that's okay. No, that was it. That's okay.
Oh,
No, that was it. Yeah.
I forgot a language. I really want to learn Indonesian.
Oh, ooh, interesting.
Because I stream for the Hololive Indonesia girls, and it's supposed to be really easy to learn.
Yeah.
Indonesia.
It's a fun language to learn. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I do speak a little bit of French because I did study French for like 4 years, but it's kind of rusty at this point. So I actually have a friend who is from France and speaks a lot of French, so I can get the gist of what she's saying, but there are a lot of times where it's like I don't think I understand, and then I have to go to a translator. Waking, thank you for throwing the tickle bitties. But yeah, those are the 2 main ones. I'd also love to learn Russian, just because it seems like an interesting language to learn.
We've got to have money.
420. Nice.
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 It's a level 3 hype
It's a level 3.
bean.
Thank you.
Vielleicht un Bier und Sauce?
I don't know what that means. Sorry.
What is good about beer? Is it better?
Yeah,
We've got to have money.
I'll
goodness.
read it for you, my
Throwing some tea gold bitties around.
German. Oh, you've been to Indonesia, Sans. Why haven't you been here then?
Yes, Sans. So let's see. Also, Friday asks favorite fruits. Which
Favorite fruit? Banana.
oh, interesting.
I love banana. It's
my-
so sweet.
Mine's apple for sure. Red delicious.
I think after banana, it's cantaloupe melons,
Oh, ooh, I do like cantaloupe as well.
especially with bacon.
What about you, Satsu?
For what? Sorry.
No,
I missed the question there.
it's fine. Favorite fruit.
Favorite fruit?
Yeah.
Udamono.
Good question. Probably strawberries.
Strawberry. Yeah, they're really nice too.
Yeah, for me, like, the
That's the
seeds just
basic
bother
bitch.
me.
Get over it.
Sans is calling me basic.
Yeah.
Sad day. You just won the lottery. What's the first thing you do Friday? So, if I won the lottery, so I don't know if you guys heard about this, but in America there was a Mega Millions lottery that passed $1 billion. And if I won that kind of money, I mean, my very first thing would be to buy a house. You know, like I'd buy my own place away from everyone. And then I'd spend a lot of money on video games.
Just all of them.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go hard in on the collector. Well, honestly, son, if I won that much money, I would buy the house next door, and also I'd buy like another house somewhere else. So.
Good night, Vol.
Good night, Vol. So, what about you guys? What would you do if you won the lottery?
I would pay animation studio to make one of my stories come to life and become a real TV animation cartoon thing.
Ooh,
Yes.
that would be amazing.
It's my biggest dream.
That
Doesn't matter if it's good if I have the money.
Yeah, right? That's like a God Hand. You know, where they were like, I'm just making this because it's what I want to make.
Yeah, fuck you, society. I do what I want.
Yeah. What about you, Satsu?
Other than, being boring and paying off bills.
Oh, yeah, well.
And my debt for having 2 copies of Sonic 06. Good question. Yeah, I suppose, like, after all that, like, maybe try and make podcasting, like, more professional, or the Chatsunami podcast more professional, and make it into a job, and just spam everyone and be like, yes, I don't care. I've got enough money to buy like thousands of boom boxes, right?
Yeah.
And then I pay people to carry those boom boxes around and stand outside of random people's houses blaring Chatsunami until they come out and they have to, yell at the person and say, what's this? And I go, oh, it's Chatsunami, and then explain. So they would listen, but they would hate listen, so you would get more listens for that. So
Yeah.
that's my master plan in the end.
Interesting. Maybe also you just buy up all the copies of Sonic 06 you can, burn them.
Yeah.
I'm also getting a castle and maids,
Oh, yes, yeah.
so I never have to clean again.
Yes.
Oh, Sam, that won't be real friends.
Brutal.
Did you just touch a guitar?
No, I accidentally hit my headphone cable.
It sounded like a guitar.
Because my arm has a spring, and the cable hit the spring, so it all...
Ah,
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a string man.
I haven't played ARMS yet, but maybe.
Oh yeah, when ARMS came out, like they got overconfident because of how big Splatoon got, and then ARMS
Yeah.
flopped.
Yeah, well, honestly, I liked at least the designs of ARMS.
I liked the design too, but I didn't like the price tag, so I never tried it.
Yeah, I did the demo, and I liked the gameplay.
I liked the demo too, but I wasn't ready to spend like $80 on a boxing game.
Yeah, I was lucky and got to take advantage of a price error, and I got it for cheap. So, yeah. Friday also asks, do you like roller coasters?
Yes.
For-
Yeah, I enjoy roller coasters.
For me, no.
Yeah, I'm the same.
Oh, really?
Oh, I love roller coasters. The wilder, the better. I love the ones where you feel like you're dying.
Oh my god, no. So, funny story about roller coasters for me. Because, like, I've said before, I have sensory issues. And I had never really been on roller coasters before. And I went to, like, a summer camp. And they divided us into a group because we were going to a theme park. And they divided us into groups of, like, how many roller coasters you want to go on. And I joined the, like, I want to go on a few but not a whole lot group. And I remember the first roller coaster they put us on was like the kiddie coaster. Like it was basically just an oval with like a little bit of twist, and I the whole time was screaming, "Get me off this thing!" And I never went on another roller coaster. It was a torture device for me.
I always went on the fastest and most wild ones they had, even when I was barely tall enough for them. And my dad would get so tired of spending a day with me. Just like, Snail, can we please stop now? No, one more time, Dad! More!
Satsu, do you like roller coasters?
I do not. No, I'm a wimp. The adrenaline rush isn't for me. No.
Yeah. For me, it's like I didn't even get the adrenaline. It's just I get the uncomfortable sensation of having my stomach twist in knots without the high of adrenaline. So, yeah, not a fan.
Maybe you just started out too rough. You could have started with a smaller one.
I started out on
Like
the
the
smallest
teacup.
one.
Teacups.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay, I've done teacups before, and that was kind of tough, but I mean, like, my first actual roller coaster.
Aw. There, Shadow. The teacups can't hurt you. I'm sorry.
So, Elusive One asks, guilty pleasure game? A game that's objectively bad, but you enjoy it anyway?
Oh. I don't know if it's objectively bad, but the Kitty Powers matchmaker.
Interesting. It's tough for me to answer, because I don't have a whole... Like, there are games that aren't that great that I still like, but I wouldn't say I like any objectively
Can I
bad
ban
games.
Sans?
Majora's Mask. Oh, man. Them's some fighting words.
I can't believe you, Sans.
Satsu, what would you say? Because I need some time to think about this.
No, I'm the same. Because I play good games, clearly. That is
Yeah.
a tough one.
I guess I would say, like, I actually enjoy playing visual novels. It's not like they're great games or anything, but I don't know. Something about it just, like, it's entertaining enough for me. I don't know. I wouldn't call them objectively bad, but they're definitely extremely niche.
I never could get into visual novels. I want to because I heard, like, a lot of them are really legendary and even become anime one day, but I find the storytelling, because it's like dialogue based, to be so bland compared to just reading a book. And the point is the picture is supposed to make it more interesting, but I feel like because there's pictures, they limit the text, and it doesn't work for me. Like, there's barely any pictures anyway.
I mean, I guess it just depends on which ones you play, because if you play the, like, really trashy ones, then yeah, obviously it's super low budget, like, very few pictures, bad dialogue, but...
I haven't played many, but, like, I never even got to the good part of Doki Doki, because I just could not bear talking about cupcakes for another minute.
Yeah. The magic of Doki Doki is it kind of relies on you at least somewhat enjoying visual novels.
Yeah.
So, have you thought of something?
It took me like 3 hours, and I never even got to the first shock.
But yeah, sorry, Shadow, to answer you.
Yeah.
Like, does Sonic Adventure count? To be honest, because I know it was considered good at the time.
Yeah, I was gonna
But then
say.
a lot of people go back and say, "Oh, it's not a great game." I still have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I would happily eat a pineapple pizza right in front of their faces playing Sonic Adventure.
So
Fight me.
I admit I was tempted to say adventure, but the thing is, I would definitely argue that it's objectively very good.
Yeah.
So it's hard to call it a guilty pleasure game because I don't feel guilty liking it.
Is Sims Cast Away a guilty pleasure?
Oh, possibly. I haven't played it myself.
I really, really love that game. It's like I played it through it like 8 times.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think. It's really, I mean, there aren't a whole lot of guilty pleasure games I do have. I like to think I like the games I like for legitimate reasons, you know?
Yeah.
But, Satsu, is Sonic Forces good or bad? Oh no, Sans.
It's okay. Like, genuinely, it's literally, it's not great, it's not bad, it's competently, well, I mean, it works, it's operational, so yes, it's okay. Much like pineapple pizza, it's okay.
Yeah, that's way more charitable than I would have said. So Elusive also asks, favorite anime character?
Oh,
Which is,
character, huh?
yeah, which is tough. For me, I want to say Yugi from Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you know, Yami. Spoiler
Yeah.
alert. It's a Tem, but,
Oh, come on, Shadow. I haven't seen it yet. God.
You haven't?
No, I'm only kidding, of course I've seen
Oh,
it.
okay, yeah, I was about to say, Satsu, what are you
yeah.
doing with yourself?
I don't even know anymore.
No, honestly, Yu-Gi-Oh's is pretty hard to watch. I've said that people only tend to tolerate one bad anime in their lifetime, and Yu-Gi-Oh's mine.
Yeah. I'm still thinking my favorite character. Shit.
I just recently
I've
watched.
seen so many.
I recently watched Toradora. I don't know if you guys have seen that.
Yep.
Yeah, very adorable, very sad, but also sweet. I really like Taiga. She was adorable.
Tsundere.
Yes. Which isn't usually my go-to when it comes to anime.
It's good when, you know, they make an unlikable trope likable, though.
True, yes.
It might actually be Mob from my Mob Psycho.
That's a good show.
Interesting.
He's so... I love that take on a main character. Really, really like it.
I have not seen Attack on Titan. I do hear it's great, but haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's a long one.
Yeah, that's partially what scares me off.
I think the hiatus kind of killed that for me. Because, like, I watched the first 2 seasons and then it was like, oh, read the manga. And that got very wordy. I was just like, oh my god, how many pages of this guy's thesis am I supposed to read through? And then you read it and you're like, it was okay. I don't know, like, going off of your point though, Joker, I mean, Saitama from One Punch Man, he's pretty cool,
Oh,
I
Yeah,
would say.
I hear good
Um,
things.
true.
Oh, that's a great anime. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I don't think there's too many animes with good characters.
Yeah, really. I was also gonna say
Yes.
Kaiba. I do really like Seto Kaiba from Yu-Gi-Oh! Because I have a soft spot for him. Oh yeah, or Yusei from Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds because he's hot. But we won't go into that. You see, the thing is, I also have a soft spot for really trashy animes. So like, a part of me really wants to say Natsuru from Camphor, but it's not for any good reasons. It's just a funny character, you know?
That's a good reason to love him, though.
I guess so. But still. It's very much a I don't want to call it an excuse
I have a
anime, but
weird one.
Osaka? Yeah, I mean, if Last Airbender counts.
Let's not go there.
Yeah, I suppose we won't debate that.
I think the alien from Parasite is actually also one of my favorites.
Oh no.
And weird choice. And Akira from Devilman Crybaby.
You know, Satsu, I'm really surprised you didn't say JoJo or anything.
I actually was going to say it, but I know Joker had said a bit more Psycho, so I thought I'd better jump on that. I mean, Jonathan Joestar, clearly, best JoJo. Josuke as well. Yeah, there's so many, actually.
I tried to get into it, I just couldn't.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
If you get through the zaniness of it, it is pretty enjoyable, but if it's not your thing, completely understandable.
Yeah, I watched the first 3 episodes, and then I went to my friend who recommended it, and I was like, I'm just not enjoying this. And he was like, no, don't worry, it picks up after that. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I watched 3 more episodes, and by the 6th episode, I was just on my phone. Like, I couldn't, I just couldn't anymore. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, not to say that you can't like it or whatever, but for me, I was just so tired of the, you know, I understand. I have to, you know, I have to hold this glass of wine and I can't spill a drop. Like, it just, it was just too painful for me. And Pegasus is very good, yes. I do like Pegasus. What game do you want to forget that you've played? Game so bad you wish you could take it all back.
Like that kind of game?
Yeah.
Oh, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter.
Really?
Yes.
I heard good things about it.
I have such a personal grudge against that game. I wish it could just be erased from my memory in my Steam library. Forever.
Oof. Wow.
You know why?
Why?
I have 4.5 hours in that game.
Mm-hmm.
4 of those hours was spent learning the very first mechanic, which means I couldn't refund it after I got so angry at the game, and I didn't realize it was a 2-hour limit, and I just wanted to refund it. I was so angry because the game never explained how to look at memories. So I spent 4 hours walking away from the beginning area, skipping half the story because I was in the wrong spot, being lost, and just... I
Wow.
should not let you skip past the tutorial before you finish the tutorial.
Goodness. Also, by the way, can I just say both Groovy and Sun saying Kingdom Hearts and Crash Bandicoot? Poor Pixel, if he's still listening, he loves both of those games. So, I am so sorry if you're listening, Pixel. But apparently that's pretty common. I do wish I could forget about Forces, though.
Yeah, for me it'd be Lost World.
Oh.
What's brittle?
I'm just throwing that in for controversy because Shadow loves Sonic Lost World. That's my answer. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it, Shadow.
Ooh, Sonic Heroes? Oh, well, I don't know about that.
No, Lost World.
No, I know, but I mean,
sorry,
in my chat, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Xbox.
I was like, no, hold on a second.
Yeah, honestly though, it's tough for me because even games that I hate, like, I really didn't enjoy Dishonored, which was you know, partially because of its
Pixel's
circumstances.
here.
Oh, poor Pixel, I'm so sorry. Oh yeah, the new MLP game didn't look like $40 worth, that's for sure. I'm so sorry,
There's
Pixel.
an MLB game?
Yeah, it's for Gen 5 where it's like a maritime adventure.
I'm
Something
not
like
really
that.
interested in Gen 5.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the edge of it, but
I wasn't impressed with the world building.
yeah, same. But what I was going to say was even the worst games, I'm still glad I played so that way I know that I don't like them. You know? Like the you know, there are plenty of bad games I've played, but I'm glad that I played them so that way I can know what I'm saying when I talk about them, you know? So I wouldn't really erase a whole lot of my, you know, memories of basically any game. Also, by the way, we've still got questions, but if you guys are, like, ever getting tired or something, let me know, because I could go on for a while, because I'm really having fun. But if you guys need to go, just let me know.
I can stay for a maximum of 30 minutes.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll try and do a lightning round.
Lightning round, let's go!
Yeah. So, Loosefast, if you could have any piece of gaming memorabilia, what would it be? Oh gosh.
Memorabilia.
I want the prototype Xbox, the one that's the giant silver X. I just want that.
I have
would
no
say-
idea what that is.
I
Yeah.
would probably say the like prototype controller for the like PlayStation 3, the big boomerang one.
Boomerang?
I don't like
Oh.
yeah, I don't necessarily want it. I just want to hold it and be like, haha, see if this comes back. No.
Okay, what about you, Joker?
Can I just say all the Splatoon amiibos?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
I missed a couple and they don't make them anymore.
Yeah. Are you gonna get the Splatoon 3 ones?
Yes, but I haven't found any stores online that sell them yet.
Oh, I think
I
they're
want to
starting
pre-order
to.
them.
Yeah, I think they're starting to put up pre-orders.
I never even had a single of the squids.
Oh, I have Pearl and Marina and the Inkling 3-pack, but I want more of them.
Yeah. I have Pearl Marina and I have Kelly and Marie, and then I have 3 Inklings, I think.
Oh, I wish I had Callie and Marie.
Yeah, I think I bought them used, so I got one from one sale and one from another, so they weren't like even from the same pack.
Yeah. So, Pixel asks, are there any games you've done the physical midnight release for? I can't think of any personally.
No, same. No.
I don't think we do midnight releases here.
Really? Interesting. That's...
I'm not sure, but I definitely haven't done it.
Yeah, I feel like I have, but I just can't think of what game there is. Or, it was.
So what you're
Release
saying
has
is you're
not
not.
slowed down.
So what you're saying is you're not going to do the Sonic Forces one.
Well, I
No,
mean...
Sonic Frontiers.
Frontiers, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's the
might.
one, yeah.
Emerald asks, what made you choose the designs for your OC? So, at least for me, I have zero artistic ability whatsoever, so I commissioned someone to make an OC for me. And I was just like, I like blue and silver. And so
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I found an artist on DeviantArt back in the day, and they needed commissions, and I was like, hey, you know what? I don't have an OC yet, so make me an OC. Yeah.
Nice.
And ironically, the person who I commissioned ended up... I had no idea at the time, but apparently there's some very popular vor artist, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I didn't realize it at the time, but then I was like, oh. But what about you two?
well, it's a very long story actually, but I'll try to keep it short. So originally when I was starting playing Minecraft, like when I was 11, I wanted to make my custom skin, so I made my own OC to just represent how I wanted to look. And then I just sort of kept that OC for a while, didn't use it for much, but I still had it. And then when I wanted to start when I wanted to start VTubing, I was just like, I can't use this. This is too old. I want to redesign it. So I redesigned it, made the hair pink, and I added a bun bit for the snail bit. So it was sort of like, I've had this character since I was 11, but it's changed over the years.
Yeah, that makes sense. And what about you, Satsu?
Well, I have to admit, like, I had no idea what to use. See, when I started streaming, I literally had a picture of, like, the moon that I'd taken, and I was like, what could I actually use? And I was trying to think of, like, anything really, and then I thought back to, this is going to sound sappy, but I thought back to, like, a date that my girlfriend and I had, where we went to the zoo, and we saw these red pandas, and I remember just standing there thinking, oh my god, they're so adorable. So I thought, like I've never really heard anybody say bad things about red pandas. Like no one said, "Oh, a red panda broke into my house and killed my family." Like, not as far as I know.
Yeah.
So, like I thought, oh, the red panda would be perfect. So it's kind of a memory of that, and yeah, they're just so damn cute. So
Yeah.
I got someone on Twitter to draw it with the headphones, and I have to admit, it went from a relatively realistic panda to like more cartoony, and yeah, I love it. So,
It's adorable.
yeah, thank you.
So Enrai asks, favorite childhood plushie and any interesting story with said plushie. I don't have an interesting story, but I did have a plushie kind of dog named Woofy, and I loved him.
Oh.
And well, I still have him, but yeah, I don't currently have him on me. But yeah,
I've got a plushie of I think it was a Pikachu, and the only reason like I have such a fond memory of it was I was out with my dad at the time, and we saw this like crane machine, and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool," and he was like, "Oh, try it," and you know what these crane machines are like? They're like fixed to fail. So when we actually won it, it was like, "Holy shit, I won!" I won a Pikachu. So yeah, no, that would be mine.
yeah. Joker.
Yeah, I still have my childhood favorite plush. Basically, there's actually a story behind this one too. One time I was in the mall with my mom when I was a kid, and we saw like a really, really long line, and we had no idea what it was for. And apparently, they had opened the first Build-A-Bear in that city back then when that was a thing. I didn't even know I wanted it, but when I saw the line, I was like, "Mom, I want it!" So we ended up standing in line for like 35 minutes, and I got this little bunny from the Build-A-Bear that I named Ninus. And me and my brother would play with her almost daily for like 5 6 years, and she got so dirty. Like she is brown as fuck right now, but like we still have her. Well,
Aw.
I still have her.
Yeah. Aw.
I even got her a husband and children eventually.
Aw. So Enra asks, how much do you actually hydrate during a stream? Full bottles, tiny sips?
Well, it depends how much I've drank earlier in the stream. I usually finish like maybe like a little less than a liter during a stream.
Yeah, I go for the full bottle.
Yeah,
I'd be a hypocrite otherwise.
For me, I have acrylic cups. Like, if you've been to my streams, you'll probably see me take a sip at some point. So, like, I take sips throughout the stream, but eventually I end up running out. So, yeah, technically a whole bottle, but spread out throughout the stream.
I used to drink half a glass every time I hydrated, but then I got tired of it, so now I just mostly sip, depending how thirsty I am.
Yeah, it does depend on thirst. Enrai, what game do you regret spending your money on and why? That's I would say Dishonored, personally. I mean, I'm not good at stealth games in general. I remember everyone was raving about it when it came out, and it went on sale for like $40 instead of $60, and I went like, okay, I guess I'll try it, and then I ended up hating it and put it down for way too long. So I regret my money on that.
For me, it's the Love Nikki and the Shining Nikki. It's the only gacha mobile game I ever got hooked on, and boy, that's a lot of money. Like, there was times where I'd spend $10 in one outfit and justified by the fact that, well, it's exclusive and really cute. And I'd never wear it in the game, I just have it in my fucking inventory. So much money.
Ooh. You're gonna hate me for this, Shadow, but I would say Xenoblade 2. Not because it's a bad game, okay? Like, it's not a bad game or anything, but I just did not get into it. I just couldn't get into it. I was like, I've tried my best.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a regret as in, this is a terrible game. It's not. It's just more a regret because, like, I sat there thinking, why couldn't I get into Xenoblade 2? Why? Shadow's going to be so disappointed whenever I meet him in the future.
Yeah, I have such a weird relationship with Xenoblade 2. Like, I ended up liking it, but there were definitely a lot of things that, you know, I kind of am not a fan of. Also, it looks like Joker blue screened.
Oh no.
So, I apologize
Oh,
if we don't have Joker for for a little bit. Oh, are you back?
Well, I'm on my phone.
Oh,
What is chat saying?
no. Oh, nobody's commented yet.
I can't believe it. It's frozen.
Oh, you might have
I
to.
didn't think it was surprisingly hot for me just chatting on Discord.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Joker. You may have to.
Oh, you were so expensive.
Well, I mean, we can end stream, but there is one more thing I wanted to say about the topic.
I can't understand until I'm back in chat.
I do just want to say, I also regret spending money on Team Fortress 2, because I got addicted to Team Fortress 2, and, like, keys and stuff. And, I kind of regret it. So, that would also be another gaming, you know, money regret.
Gotcha, regrets.
Yeah. No, there's so many more. I'm sorry, Groovy, but, I mean, Joker couldn't stay that much longer anyway, and I guess if Joker blue screened, then,
It's on its way back.
Wait, I'm sorry?
It's on its way back. I'm logging in right now.
Oh. Well, I mean, if you want to continue, we can. I didn't want to force...
I always want to be there when we say bye and stuff.
There was what?
I want to be there when we get to say bye to chat.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I guess we can try and answer a question or two while we're waiting for your computer to come back.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is there a game you really wanted to play but couldn't get into? Satsu, I think I know your answer.
Yeah, Total Sonic Adventure. No, I'm like, yeah, you guys know, you know.
Yeah. I guess I would say
Back
Undertale.
into the Discord.
Oh, hey. Welcome back.
HC.
Yes. For me, it would be Undertale. Like, it's a game I'm glad exists, but I just really didn't get into it like I thought I would, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Mom got yeeted.
Got yeeted. Yes. What about you, Joker? Is there a game you wanted to get into but couldn't?
Oh, there probably is. I just need to think for a second. It might be outdated answer, but when Breath of the Wild came out, I really wanted to love it like I loved other Zelda games, but I was just so grudging against it.
Yeah. That still makes me sad.
Yeah.
Sorry. I
What
love
if
Breath
we
of the
never
Wild.
get items back again? My poor items.
No.
Think about the weird blow dusty thing from Skyward Sword. Oh.
Well, so do you want to answer a few more questions? Because, I mean, we don't have too many more left.
Let's just do a couple more. It looks like Groovy is really addicted.
Yeah, Groovy has been enjoying this. I've been enjoying this too. Hopefully you guys have.
Yeah. Except for when my computer was being mean.
Yeah. And Rai asks, what's your favorite couple/ship, e.g. Groovy King?
I don't ship streamers.
Yeah,
Oh, actually, Thomas and Marco. They're such a married couple sometimes.
I would say, but it's kind of a spoiler for Xenoblade 3, so I won't say it, but there's a ship that if it doesn't happen, I will be very upset about.
Yeah, that's my favourite ship as well. Blank X Blank.
Yeah,
Is Link
unknown.
and Medley a good one?
I'm sorry?
Is Link and Medley a good one?
Yeah, that's a good one. I could
I
see
think
it.
Medley is best girl, at least for Link. Then I keep Tetra to myself.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
favourite ship, I have to say, would be Bottle of Water X Chat. Definitely.
Yes.
That is my OTP, I would say.
Yes. Did you ever hide M/AO games from your parents? No. My parents...
What?
Enrai wants to know if you've ever hidden mature or adult-only rated games from your parents.
You're acting like I have some.
Yeah, Enrai. Yeah, why would you ever assume that I have those? No, my parents have been generally pretty cool about, like, what games I play. Like, they bought me Mortal Kombat 3 when I was really young, so, like, it was not a big deal to them. And thank goodness. Because I got to play Mortal Kombat 3 as a kid.
Good choice. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Although it was the Sega Genesis version, so I didn't even know who Scorpion was.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I know, it's such a weird decision to remove Scorpion when he's like the face of the franchise. Satsu?
Oh, I have one more ship.
Oh, really?
These nuts in my mouth.
Oh my god. At least
Sin.
you didn't say in your mouth, you know, like it was.
Oh, you should have said that. Damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. Satsu, your answer? Doesn't have to be in depth. No.
My parents would have found out and kicked down the door, and thrown my red panda hide to the sky gods. So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Did I break chat?
I think a little bit.
Get fucked.
Jeez.
Well, so your parents were involved a lot with what you were playing?
Me?
For me?
Yes, that's a.
You
You said they would kick down your door.
No, I was joking.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah. No, they made sure, like, obviously, you know, if I went round to a friend's, I could play, like, M-rated games or something like that, like GTA or something. But, yeah, my parents were very, like, wary about the kind of games I was getting into. You know, like, they wouldn't buy me GTA unless it was, like, the appropriate age rating and things like that.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I played the games at other people's houses, I wasn't allowed to buy them. Which, you know, fair dues. They were just being responsible to make sure that instead of becoming a GTA degenerate, I was becoming a Sonic degenerate. So, yeah.
Now look what they've done.
Yeah.
Look how they massacred my panda.
And Joker,
I
you
remember
were...
my parents were yeah?
Oh, I was just gonna say your son's hero now.
Yay! What did I do?
I don't exactly know, but
Is it because of the nuts?
probably.
Son, you're not supposed to be into nuts. You're supposed
What?
to be into what does son like?
What?
Creating iron?
Heating the universe? I don't know.
Yes.
Enrai asks your 3 favorite YouTube channels. For me, that would be The Underdogs, German 985, and I'd have to think about the third one. Yeah, I know at least 2 of them.
I think one of them is gonna have to be primitive technology.
Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know who else. I feel like I watch a lot of trash.
Wow. Well, at least you're honest about it. You know what? I'm gonna go to my YouTube history. I'm just gonna look.
I like Evan and Caitlin. And then I like Rachel and June.
Okay. Satsu.
Yeah, I was going to go for the easy answer and say it definitely has to be Joker, Super Shadow, and whoever is listening to this message. Yeah, so
And liar.
Excellent.
I don't upload things to YouTube. A lot?
yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess my third might just be Little Karibo, because I love Yu-Gi-Oh! The Abridged series, but...
Team 4-star as well is great.
yeah, sadly they don't make any more, but Little Karibo's still going. Props to him. Would you buy a body pillow? If so, what kind of print would you want on it? Yes, and not only would I, but I'm going to when I have the money. I'm going to buy snails. Because it's available
I
on...
signed one because I wanted one and then started selling it as merch. Yes, I want a body pillow.
I will eventually buy Snail's body pillow.
I want you to have one.
Yes. Once I get the money.
The first viewer has already got it. Dark Shadow got his.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, on Twitter.
Oh. What about you, Satsu?
Are you implying that I don't have a Big the Cat body pillow already?
Well,
Shadow,
I mean,
I am ashamed.
I didn't want to spoil the surprise for everyone, you know.
Exactly. Implying I don't have like two side by side.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Henry asks, "What is your opinion on emulators?" That's. Oh, was that you, Joker?
What?
I just heard, "Oh."
Sorry, yeah, I was gonna open Twitter to find the picture with the merch and I saw Lucy's selfie.
Oh. Well, my view on emulators is, so long as it's not piracy, I'm generally cool about it, but I don't really like emulation for modern, still on the market consoles, because from a game preservation aspect, like, the best way to ensure a game, sticks around is to buy it, so that way it's, financially viable. And I feel like emulating like the Switch or PS5 or Series X or whatever, like, doesn't really serve that much of a purpose aside from enabling piracy. Which I know it's not like a one-to-one thing, but it's like, I don't know, I don't really see a reason to emulate a modern console.
Yeah.
So.
No, I see what you mean. It does seem like it would be piracy if
Yeah.
it was a modern. But then again, for like older console, like personally,
Yeah.
I think it's okay for older consoles,
Well, yeah.
especially with Nintendo and their
Yes,
very
tigers. Oh, God.
like their very stupid distribution of
Yes.
things. Like it's the year 2022, and they've only just got like N64 games on the Switch. Like, what the actual hell? If you don't want people pirating your games, actually make an effort and preserve your own goddamn games instead of going after people who buys like $100 like version of a GameCube game on eBay.
Yeah.
And then be like, no, my games. It's like, well, do something. You're one of the biggest gaming companies in the world.
Yeah.
So is Pokemon. And we still don't have Pokemon Colosseum on the goddamn Nintendo Switch. So
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I fail to have like sympathy for a company like that are just like, oh no, why are we shooting ourselves in the face? It's like, because you're stupid.
Well,
Anyway,
yeah.
sorry.
I mean, at least for me, like, I'm fine with older consoles because they're not on the market, but for me, like, I think each game should at least have its chance to make money, Because ultimately, the future of games depends on whether or not it makes money. So having the ability to already cut into its profits just seems like a detriment to everyone, Like, it neither benefits the people pirating it, because then you're hurting a franchise that you might want to see continue, and it doesn't hurt, or and it doesn't help the people who make the game, because then they see, like, nobody actually wants to pay money for our thing, so, let's do something else. And I always kind of thought of it as like, if you care enough about a game, like, you go out and buy it, You know, I don't know.
You can do both.
I mean, yeah, you can do both certainly, but I'm saying like, I just I don't know. I'm weird about piracy. Theft has always kind of been one of the things that really gets under my skin, just in general in life. So like the idea of someone going like, I don't want to pay for your game, to me is like, okay, well then the consequence is that you don't have the game. Like, you know, that's your choice to make, but you know, stealing it is like having your cake and eating it too, where it's like, I didn't pay the money, but I still get access to the full thing, you know? I don't know. That it's
I mean, I've never really been harsh on it. I've never really done pirating myself, but after watching Meriwether's stance on it, I especially have softened on it. But like in terms of emulating, I'm actually pretty for it. Like,
Yeah.
I have 3 different versions of Majora's Mask, but honestly, I kind of want to try doing the restoration emulator just because it's better than the official release.
yeah.
But I'm not very tech savvy and scared of new things, so I just play my 480p Wii version.
I do want to be clear. It's not that I'm against it's not that I'm against emulation. Like, emulation is very helpful and you know, nice and useful and all that. I just take issue when it's applied to modern things, because like it's still on the market. Like they're still trying to sell it, so I feel like it should at least
What
have
if you
its.
wanted to do like a Breath of the Wild randomizer?
Hmm?
Like if you wanted to do a Breath of the Wild randomizer?
I mean, I don't know. To me, that's one of those things where it's like you wait until, you know, until it's not.
It's been 84 years.
I mean, you know, it's it's just one of those things where I imagine it from the developer's perspective, where it's like you slave away at a game, you know, you crunch hard on it, and then everyone essentially just goes like, but I don't really want to pay you money for it, you know. I just, you know, I just think it should at least have its chance to make its money before it turns to emulation, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, but
I get what you're saying. I just don't fully agree, but I don't think you're wrong for feeling that way.
yeah, I'm not trying to insist I'm fully right either. I'm sure there are a lot of cases that would, you know.
This just in. Shadow says he's correct.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying, like, you know, in the vague sense, on paper, that's kind of just how I feel about the thing.
Yeah.
But I'm sure when you get to specific situations, it would be different. So
Yeah.
yeah. And right, would you meet up with other streamers / viewers IRL? If so, which streamers, viewers would you want to meet up with? Well,
Streamers, yes. Viewers, no. Or like Kuma's coming in a couple of weeks, so I can't really say no.
I'm generally really keen on the idea of meeting viewers and other streamers IRL, but in the case of like Jerma, who is my favorite content creator, like he's so huge that the most likely case is that I'm gonna see him at like a convention and I'll have 2 seconds with him, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But having the chance to actually just sit down with someone, I really like that. Dean, thank you so much for the raid.
Welcome in, Dean.
Welcome.
I appreciate
If
it.
I wasn't anonymous, I would love to meet my viewers, but
Yes.
I just don't trust people would not like sneak a photo or something and throw it on the internet.
I get what you mean. Let's see. Oh wait, did I let you answer this, Satsu? I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. Go on.
I was just trying to get through because we're almost done with the questions. So,
Yeah.
How many
Sure.
are left?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I don't know if I can stay for 6.
Well, this one is what's your favorite Subway sandwich, and I don't eat Subway, so none.
We don't have Subway in Denmark, I think.
Yeah.
The tastiest sandwich. Next question.
What about Adam though? I'm just kidding.
No, he is. He is awful. He is more of a snack than a sandwich. Come on,
I see. Okay. Enra asks, worst food you've ever tasted?
Italian licorice.
Really? Interesting.
Yep. Wash my mouth for 45 minutes.
Wow. I don't remember the name of it, but in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, the queen like wins over one of the kids with like candy of some sort.
Is this Turkish Delight?
Yes, Turkish Delight, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I remember having it because our teacher, when we were reading it in class, was like, oh, if you want to know what it tastes like, here. And she started passing it around, and I ate it, and I was so disgusted, I had to spit it back out. It was gross.
Can I just remind you that that was like given out during a time where Germany were bombing?
Oh, really? Oh, jeez. As if
During the Second World War. No, I just mean because it's like so long ago. That was considered a treat. So,
yeah.
You know, there's no shame in it. There's no shame in not liking it. Like, I suppose for me, like very quickly, I remember I used to have a friend who did like these. He was a big Doctor Who fan, and he did like a lot of these game days. And long story short, he did a competition where it was like if you eat certain foods from the show, so like jelly beans, like celery, like fish fingers and custard, like those kind of things, like you would get points and things. So one year he decided that he was going to like up it and say, okay, because last year was so easy, you'll get more points if you mix them all together. It is the single most disgusting thing I think I've had in my life. So yeah, like, oh, yeah. I'll spare the gory details for the next question, but yeah, it was grim.
What site do you keep opening when you're bored? For me now, it's YouTube.
Same.
I just open it and see what's what.
Later.
Wait.
Just look at the same 3 posts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I don't even really scroll.
Yeah. Back when I was a hardcore brony, I used to refresh EQD a lot. Equestria Daily, for those who know.
Oh, yeah, I used to read that.
Yeah, I used to visit it many times a day, but nowadays I don't bother. But those are basically the only 2 that I ever really check when I'm bored. So Enra asks,
Yeah.
what's a thing you love about chat and hate about chat?
Oh, boy.
Finally.
Oh yeah, finally we get to them.
You guys go first.
For me, I love that chat can make the experience of a game so much more intense, you know? Like, it can make it so much more fun, but also, I hate that they don't let you forget about your past mistakes, ever.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. It's definitely, like, they do make the experience and it's great, but if you get that one person that ruins the vibe for everyone, then you're kind of just like, it just ruins the entire experience. Like, I remember I was doing one of my many, like, Sonic Adventure playthroughs, and this person came on called, like, Cream the Rabbit or something like that, you know, like, some, you know, and they were like, oh, nice fox, icon, and I was like, oh, thanks, it's actually a red panda. And then they went, no, it's a fox. I was like, oh. And then they started just spamming the chat and everything with like emojis and or emotes, and I was like, really? Is this how you choose to spend your life?
Yeah. I did have someone who used to join some old Sonic streams I did, and they were like trying to roleplay because they saw that I was Shadow, and they were like, oh, we meet again. You know, it's like, yeah, so. What about you, Joker?
So I really love having really dedicated viewers. That people that are there every single time and they feel like my real friends. And I'm actually, there's people I really look forward to seeing in a restream. But sometimes I really wish they would take me a little more serious when I say I don't find their fart jokes funny and I don't I really do feel like they scare away new viewers that come in to see this streamer and they play a game and they're chatting about how much they want to hear my farts or whatever. And like, I'm actually quite serious and I try to play it off, but I wish they were a little better at reading the room sometimes.
Yeah, that's a little strange to say the least.
And the wiggling.
Ash, oh no.
I'm just trashing my viewers, don't worry.
Well then. And then last of Enrise questions was, what's a popular trend you absolutely hate? That's a good question.
The lip syncing.
Interesting.
I don't like
I don't, you know, I wouldn't say I absolutely hate it, but I'm starting to get sick of videos where it's like two people talking, but it's like the same person who just like mirrored the footage, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm starting to get kind of sick of that.
I have no idea what that is.
You know how somebody will be like, hey, what are you doing? And then it's like them, but dressed differently. And then they respond to themselves as if like they're there. You know, I'm starting to get a little sick of that.
I'm not sick of those, but I can see why.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that a lot of people are doing them. Like, I'm not like absolutely hating them, but like, it's starting to become popular enough that like I'm just kind of not interested in the joke anymore, you know?
I'm just happy that it's original content. That's my problem with the lip syncing. Like, it's not making original content, you're just slapping a new face on the same content.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. I have to admit, because I'm a grouchy old man, clearly, like most things from TikTok.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, like, for the most part, there's a lot of, like, trends that I get, you know, like, like, if you lip sync over something that's relevant to your channel, it's like, okay, that's fair enough, but literally, there was one thing I saw today when there was like posting stuff for the Satsunami TikTok, and it was like, oh, move your hand like this, and it was literally someone rotating their hand, and you get all these dumb kids who are like, oh, look at me, how is this getting popular? Haha. So then that's videos getting popular, and then more people are doing it, and you're just like,
yeah. Also, Stolus be my daddy. Thank you for following. That is an excellent username.
Yes.
Sorry if I cut you off, Satsu.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, no, that was
What is
it.
the left, like 3?
2. Well, technically 1 and then like a fake one, I'll explain. But
Okay.
okay. So, Pixel asks, what game will you not stream under any circumstances and why? Well, aside from like AO games, for obvious reasons, Raid Shadow Legends. I will never do it.
That one. In general, I just don't want to be sponsored by a game I don't genuinely want to play.
Yeah, that's basically my same reasoning. It's like, I really just don't care about Raid. So even if I got paid by them, I would still just be like, Raid's a game that you can play. You know? So
roll up, for your Raid.
Yeah. Dark Souls stream when? Oh no.
In all honesty, I guess for me, like going in a more serious thing, I would probably say Kind Words. Have you ever seen that game?
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
Yeah, like it's a really good, like for anyone who doesn't know, it's basically a game where you can like vent your problems into like into like an anonymous space and everything, and people answer your questions and things. And I've seen a lot of people like stream it, and initially I was thinking, oh, this must be like really good computer generated questions and things, but no, I honestly, I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
That and Raid Shadow Legends, as you said. Bit of both.
Yeah. Well, so, yeah, I know. Don't worry. Literally, our last question is, how do you say goodbye to your chat?
How do I say bye to my chat? Bye.
Bye! Thank you all so much for coming by and chatting, and thank you to Joker and to Satsu for being my wonderful guests and for putting up with all of my antics and stuff. Thank you.
Thank you so much for hanging out.
Yeah, thank you.
This was a lot of fun, and I appreciate both of you, and yeah, thank you all so much, all of you. So, yeah, I will go raid someone, but if you guys need to go, totally understandable. I'm gonna find someone to raid. So.
I might come back like after a couple of minutes, but I have to say hi to everyone before they go to bed. I have like 3 guests right now.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna be ending stream then. Thank you.
I will be going then. Thank you so much.
Yeah. We love you. Yeah, I'll just give my usual ending spiel, which is thank you all so much for coming by, saying hi, following, subbing, bitsing, all that. Really appreciate it. I try and stream every other day, so Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 1 p.m. Pacific. I have a Discord if anyone is interested, !Discord, or there's a link in my About section. I'd love to have you there. It's the best way to keep up with my streams, as well as chat with me and other cool people. Yeah, I'm gonna find someone to raid, so if you have any particular suggestions, let me know. Otherwise I'm sure I could find someone. And, you're precious too, Pixel. We love you too. We are going to raid. We're gonna raid Lumetric, because Lumetric's very nice. He's got a great voice. So, yeah. And also Lumetric's playing Cult of the Lamb, which I see a lot of people are playing for some reason. I guess it's a big game. But yeah. Thank you all so much. Take care, stay safe, have a good one. I'll talk to you later. And, yeah, when we get there, let's just all say Lume Precious. Wow. Thanks, Groovy. But yes, take care, bye! Let's go raid.